Okay, Aruna. So, can we start after 5 minutes?
Okay, sir.
Okay, ma. So you can share your screen also, and please on your video. Ashnafi and the Techno team, can we start after 5 minutes? Yeah, okay. So, Aruna, after 5 minutes, we will start, okay?
Okay.
Welcome, Dr. Sugumar from Textile Department. Hello, participants. Good afternoon to one and all. On the behalf of Techno Club, our students' union of Combalcha Institute of Technology, Wollo University, I welcome you all the participants for the international paper presentation competition. So, the more than 15 judges are just judging each and every session for the paper presentation competition. So, I welcome all the participants once again for your participating in our event. So, the first presenter for afternoon session, session 3, is Miss Aruna. Her paper ID is 043. So, Aruna, please share your screen and you can proceed with your session. So participants, 8 minutes presentation time and 2 minutes for question hour. So please just cope up with the time.
Sir, whether my screen is getting shared, sir?
Yeah, your screen is visible, ma. But if possible, make your mobile your screen to rotation mode. Please make it rotation mode so that yeah, like that.
Hello everyone, my topic
And
is
please on your video also. Okay.
when it is shared, my video is not getting
No,
on, sir.
no, you have to first off the just stop the sharing and then on your video and then again you can start the presentation. Stop sharing on your video and then you can start sharing. Yeah, now it's
My
visible.
name is
Yeah, now it's visible. So you can
my name is
yeah.
my name is Aruna from second year textile department, Anna University. Uh, for paper presentation, I have selected the
Aruna,
topic
your screen
leadership.
is not shared.
Okay.
Please share your screen. Your PPT is not visible. Okay.
Now it is visible.
No, Aruna, your PPT is not visible. Actually, you shared your screen, but your presentation, that means your PPT is not visible to us.
Now, sir.
Yeah, now it's visible. You can start from first slide. Yeah.
My topic is on robotics. Um, we talk here about its introduction, history, robotics and artificial intelligence, its hardware and software requirements. Hardware are sensors, movements, effectors, robo power generation, robo softwares, working of the robots, safety considerations and conclusion. Introduction: Robo is a machine that has sensor control systems, manipulators working together to perform a task. Designing, building, programming, and testing of robo is a combination of physics, mechanical engineering, electrical engineering, structural engineering, mathematics, and computing. Robots exhibit three key elements: programmability, implying computational or symbol manipulative capabilities that a designer can combine um, as decided. A robot is a computer. Flexibility in that it can operate using a range of programs and manipulates and transport materials in a variety of ways. Its history, term robo derives from Czech word robota meaning forced work or compulsory service or robotnik meaning serf. It was first used by Czech playwright Karel Čapek in 1918 in a short story. Again in his 1921 play RUR, which stood for Rossum's Universal Robots. The first known functioning robot was created in 1738 by Jacques de Vaucanson, who made an android that played the flute. Um, the term robotics was coined by Russian-born American scientist and writer Isaac Asimov. With robots a reality and intelligent robots, a likely prospect, a better understanding of interactions between robots and humans are embodied in such modern films as Spielberg's AI movie in 2001, Proya's I, Robot 2004, and Shankar's Robot 2010, and many more. Many history of this I have given in the slide. First, we can see about robotics and its link with artificial intelligence. Artificial intelligence is a theory, and the base object is the agent who is the actor. It is realized in software. Robots are manufactured as hardware. The connection between these two is control of robo is a software agent that reads data from the sensors, decides what to do next, and then directs the effectors to act in the physical world. Mm, there are many laws of robotics given by science fiction author Isaac Asimov. The 1940 laws of robotics. Under this, there are first law, second law, third law, and zeroth law. As many laws are there about robots. Next, it's hardware and software requirements. Hardware requirements are sensors, um, effectors, movements, and robo power generation. One hardware requirement I have given in this slide. Let us see about sensors. Sensors are perceptual interface
Sorry,
between
Aruna,
robots.
your slides are not changing.
Now, sir,
Uh, yeah, now only it's changing. Yeah.
in sense,
Now
and
you're in a robot power generation slide. Okay. Is
okay,
it correct?
robo.
I think.
Yes, sir.
Okay, you can proceed.
Let us see about robo power generation of hardwares, robo hardwares. The three important things the robo power generation circuit of robo should do are regulate at a set voltage, supply a minimum required amount of power, allow for additional features based on application. Next, I have not given the slides about movement, sensors, and effectors. Let us see about those things in short. Sensors are perceptual interface between robots and their environment. There are two types of sensors, passive
Aruna,
sensors.
Miss Aruna, like your slides are not changing.
Yes.
Okay, and you have only 1 minute more. Please finish it.
Let us see about robo softwares. The minimum specification is a PC with a Pentium 3 processor, 800 mHz or equivalent. For larger models, a current off-the-shelf PC is recommended. Advanced graphics performance is obtained using a standard 3D graphics with hardware support for OpenGL. Working of robots. Robot may include a feedback driven connection between sense and action, not under direct human control. The action may take the form of electromagnetic motors or actuators, also called effectors. It is a hardware of robot that move an arm, open and close grips or propel the robot. Step-by-step control and feedback provided by computer program run on either an external or embedded computer or
Aruna,
microcontroller.
thank you
Yes,
for
sir.
your presentation. Your time up. So now it's
Thank
question. Yeah, and please close your slide. I think you have to, because you have another one more presentation. Please check your internet connection, because it's very slow. Most of the time it's not visible. And if it is like PowerPoint presentation, please make your slides in PowerPoint. Don't use PDF. Okay. So now it's open for our participants. If you have any doubts or any questions, please unmute yourself and you can ask the question, guys.
Okay, sir. Thank you. It's a nice, a good presentation. I have one question. What is the aim of this project? This is my question. Thank you,
Yeah.
sir.
Yeah. Aruna, can you able to answer for him? What is the aim
I
of
can
your project?
I cannot hear, sir.
Yeah, what is the aim of this project which you have presented now?
Mm, This topic robotics was different from my study, so um, let, well, let us. I should improve my. Um, I should avoid my fear. So I have said I want to do something like a paper presentation. Uh, uh,
Yeah,
Apart
ma,
from my
actually for
studies.
paper presentation, okay, you always you have to if you just present any topic, it should at least it should be useful for you, and it should be useful for all the peoples. Okay, it's not like only in the PowerPoint you can present and you can't able to tell that you just done this project. Okay.
Okay.
So please next time if you present any topic, please just know that okay, it should be at least it should have some aim, it should have some methodology, and it should have some innovative ideas, so that then only it will be very useful for you. Okay. So please okay, thank you, Aruna. Please close your please stop presenting.
Thank you.
Yeah, please stop presenting. And Srivardhani,
Sir,
the next presenter, your paper ID is 055. So you
yes, sir.
can share your screen.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
And the next presenter, Aruna, again you are going to present. So please, okay, wait, okay.
Sir, is my screen is visible?
Uh, Shivadini, your screen is not visible. Shivadini, your screen is not visible.
1 second, sir. I'm trying it. Yes, I hope it might be. Sir, is this visible now?
1 minute, ma. Yeah, now it's visible.
Yes. Hello, everyone. Good evening to one and all present here.
Can you start from
Uh,
first slide? Sorry, yeah, yeah.
yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, thank you, sir. Hello, everybody. Myself, Srivardhani, and I'm doing my first year apparel technology at Kumaraguru College of Technology. And my paper ID is TED055, and I'm here to present on the topic of smart textile in the caving bodysuit. So, in 1941, the American cavers formed the National Speciological Society (NSS) to advance the exploration, conservation, and study and understanding the caves. So, purpose of caving is generally to study or for study purpose as well as for the recreational purposes. So the speleologists are the people who scientifically study and explore the caves. This sort of caving is called as speleology. So some people they do explore caves as a recreational outdoor sport. So they are called as splunkers, and they are mostly located in America and Portland in UK. This sort of recreational exploration of cave is called as plunking. So the clothing and the equipments used by the cavers are usually consist of three layers. One is underwear, which is also called as base layer. Another one is middle wear, which is also called as second layer, and another one is outer wear, which is called as cover all. And the other equipments they carry while go to the cave is helmet, knee pads, gloves, boots, headlamps, backlights, and batteries. Apart from that, food and water and the plastic bags. So I am here to give some solution to a problem statement where I have taken this problem statement from that INSS, National Speleological Society's Wikipedia, not Wikipedia, from their web page. First of all, actually, the cavers face many problems when they go inside the cave for a long time. The major problem what I have identified and what we can give solution for that is lack of lighting, hypothermia, claustrophobia, and the falling of objects. So the risk factors of hypothermia is nothing but it is a medical condition wherein a body temperature drops beyond 95 degrees Fahrenheit. If the body temperature drops, the caver cannot continuously make their journey, and they may get collapse ultimately due to the loss of consciousness. And claustrophobia is the another risk factor in the during the cave, when the people go into the cave, and it is nothing but an irrational fear of confident space. This occurs when the cavers go inside the cave for a long time and they stay for the long time inside the cave. The claustrophobia ultimately leads to the breathlessness and drop in blood oxygen level. So this hypothermia and the claustrophobia have leads to nearly 45 cases reported per year, and 446 due to the traumatic injuries were reported. And my innovation in cave suit is like we overcome two problems through this new cave suit. One is with hypothermia, which is we are going to fabricate the thermal sensors in the garment with the help of lily pad Arduino boards and conducting threads. And another one is claustrophobia, where we are going to use oximeters, which is going to be fabricated in the garment, so that we can check the oxygen levels continuously when the cavers move into the cave. All these sensors and circuits are fabricated in the underwear suit, which forms the base layer in the contact with the human body. So 100% of microdynamite polyester material will be used for this bodysuit. And so my designing cave suit is the solution for the hazards to prevent them and they alert the individuals. And this is what my design. Actually, this is what the outer wear where the cavers usually use. And yeah, this is what the center place where I'm going to use the lily pad Arduino, so which with the LED connections. And in the gloves we are going to use the oximeters. And the material is completely made up of 100% polypropylene. And the sensors and the other accessories are sourced with LM35 thermistor, battery, buzzers, jump wires, lily pad Arduinos, conductive threads, stainless steel, and pulse oximeter, and the LCD display. And why I have chosen lily pad is particularly it is a very thin, flexible Arduino board, which is circular in shape, which is invented with the sewable electronics to fabricate in the garments. So this circuit will be sewn in the garment using the conductive yarns, for example, like stainless steel yarns. This makes the garment more functional without affecting their comfortability of the wearer. Since once the person whomsoever wear the garment, they must be very feel comfortable after wearing that. So we are using the stainless steel yarns to be secure to the garment to be sewn. And mechanism of working of thermistor. So where the LM35 thermistor, which is an electronic equipment, is used to measure the human body temperature. So when we this thermistor circuit is sewn in the garment closest to the human body using the conductive threads like stainless steel, it makes the cavers get alert where the body temperature drops below 95 degree Fahrenheit. And working of the oximeter is nothing but in the glove. We are going to make a fix it to the gloves. What the cavers wear with where the oximeters are set to the tip of the finger, and so the oxygen level will be detected for every hour. Where the blood oxygen level when drops below 90, it alerts the caver. And so the three golden rules of caving is take nothing but photos, and leave nothing but footprints, and kill nothing but time. Yes, thank you.
Thank you, Srivardhani, for your perfect time and for your excellent presentation. Now
Yes,
it's
sir.
open for participants and judges. If you have any questions, please unmute yourself and you can ask the questions.
Okay, doctor. Thank you. I have no question, but suggestion. It was a nice presentation, a nice project. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, sir. Doctor,
Thank you.
there is one question. One question.
Yeah, you can ask. Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah, Suguma sir, you want to ask any question?
yes, I want
No, Prabhakar.
one.
Okay, okay. Yeah, yeah. As enough, you can ask the questions.
Uh, we will buy your product, or what is the target group of your product? Or the
Sorry,
customer?
sir. Sorry.
Srivardhani, where you will buy this product and what is the target group for your project like that is asking.
Sir, actually, these products are available at the local market near in the Coimbatore. So this is not a very costly or very large
No,
products. It's
actually,
all
like participants, they don't know Coimbatore because like
okay.
all international participants they're attending. Okay, so
Okay, sir.
like from southern part of India, the
Okay.
materials is available, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It's available at the local market. It's a regular use or regular. These are the regular electronic items where they use in all parts of electronics and some other materials. And the garment is already existing, but we are going to have small change. Like they are already existing material is made up of polypropylene, and we are going to replace it with the polyethylene, which is available in the textile market of South India.
Yeah. So what is the target audience? Like I think from the judges they asked, what is the target
So,
audience? For example, yeah,
yes, sir. What is the target of this project? You are asking that.
yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Yes, sir. Actually, it's nothing but when we visit the websites of that National Speleological Society, they said these are the problems where the cavers usually face when they go into the cave. So, in order to protect them from these are the major problems which is easily identified with these small equipments. So, our idea or our target is to overcome this problem so that we can reduce the maximum amount of injuries when when the cavers they go for the caves or some other for some other works or research purpose, etc.
Yeah, thank you, ma. So my personal question is that in like did you finish this project or you are just it's like it's under the research work or you
Uh,
completed this project?
no, sir, it's under research work. Just now we have a framed our idea, and just now we have started doing the research on this.
Yeah, okay, ma. So thank you for your presentation.
Thank you,
So
sir.
the next yeah, thank you. So the next presenter again Aruna. Your paper ID is 013.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, you can share your screen and you can present again. Yeah, Aruna, if possible, just make your mobile in, like screen in rotation mode. Ashnafi, please mute yourself, Ashnafi. Yeah, Aruna, you can present now. Your screen is not visible now. After Aruna, the participant paper ID 040 Mandip 048 Poti Tagore. Okay, please be ready. And even 045 Bhuvaneshwari, please be ready. 040, 048, and 045, please be ready. After the presentation of Aruna, the paper ID of this presentation is 013 from Aruna. Aruna, your voice is not audible. and your screen also is not visible.
Now, sir.
Yeah, now your voice is audible. Yeah.
My topic is about Raspberry Pi. My paper ID is Tech013. Um, Telling about Raspberry Pi, it is a low-cost credit card-sized computer that plugs into a computer, monitor, or TV and uses a standard keyboard and mouse. It is a capable little device that enables people of all ages to explore computing and to learn how to program in languages like Scratch and Python. It is the name of a series of single board computers made by Raspberry Pi Foundation, a youth charity that aims to educate people in computing and create easier access to computer education. Its introductory price are 4 US dollar, 35 US dollar for 1 GB RAM, 45 US dollar for PI4, 2 GB RAM, and so on. The operating system for Raspberry Pi are Raspberry Pi OS, FreeBSD, Linux, NetBSD, OpenBSD, Plan 9, RISC OS, Windows 10, ARM64, Windows 10 Lot Core. Its series and generations. There are 3 series of Raspberry Pi and 7 generations of each have been released. Raspberry Pi SBCs feature a Broadcom system on a chip SoC with an integrated ARM compatible central processing unit CPU and on-chip graphics processing unit GPU, while Raspberry Pi Pico has a RP2040 system on chip with an integrated ARM compatible central processing unit. Its hardwares are the
Uh,
Raspberry Pi
Aruna,
hardware.
1 minute. Aruna, 1 minute. Yeah, yeah, you can present. Yeah.
The Raspberry Pi hardware has evolved through several versions that feature variations in the type of central processing unit, amount of memory capacity, networking support, and peripheral device support. Uh, a flowchart of its hardware is given. RAM, I bar O, CPU or GPU, USB hub, Ethernet, 2x USB. Process Raspberry Pi 2 uses a 32-bit 900 MHz quad-core ARM Cortex-A7 processor. Its RAM, I'm talking about its RAM. The early designs of Raspberry Pi model A and B boards included only 256 MB of random access memory. Of this early beta model, B boards allocated 128 MB to the GPU by default, leaving only 128 MB for CPU. On the early 256 MB releases of models A and B, 3 different speeds were possible. Its software operating systems are various operating systems for Raspberry Pi can be installed on a micro SD or SD card depending on the board and available adapters. Raspberry Pi Foundation provides Raspberry Pi OS, formerly called Raspbian. Astro Pi and Proxima. The organizations involved in the Astro Pi competition include UK Space Agency, UK Space, Raspberry Pi, ESRO UK, and ESA. Its history pre-launch October 2011, a version of RISC OS 5 was demonstrated. On 8 March 2012, its release Raspberry Pi Fedora Remix. On 16 April 2012, reports appear from first buyers who had received a Raspberry Pi. Its sales According to Raspberry Pi Foundation, more than 5 million Raspberry Pis were sold by February 2015, making it the best-selling British computer. Some Raspberry Pi models released are Pi1 Model B in 2012, Pi Model 1 Model A 2013, Pi1 Model B Plus 2014, and etc. What is this Raspberry Pi Foundation? It works out to put the power of computing and digital making into the hands of people all over the world. It does this by providing low-cost, high-performance computers that people use to learn, solve problems, and have fun. Whether it is an open source, it runs Linux, and its main supported operating system PIOS is open source and runs a suite of open source of software. Many projects can be performed using this Raspberry Pi. Block ads on network with Raspberry Pi and Pi hole. We can build a Wi-Fi picture frame with the Raspberry Pi. Great Raspberry Pi projects for classrooms are some of them are infrared bird box, reaction game, and traffic lights. In home, some Raspberry Pi projects are CCTV camera, pet camera, movies, media center. Another project is physical computing capabilities of Raspberry Pi are camera module, add-on boards, GPIO pins. We can explore the Raspberry Pi Sense Hat, the flight case. Conclusion: these types of home automation frameworks are required in the situation when humans forgot to turn off the home appliances, when there is no utilization. In this way, they are helpful to control our home appliances through our smartphone from anywhere, anytime. Therefore, it is also useful to cut unwanted electricity bills, as well as it increases the life of our appliances as they are used only when they are required. Thank you.
Thank you, Aruna, for your presentation. So now it's open for our participants and the judges. So if you have any doubts, please unmute yourself and you can ask the question. Aruna, you can stop presenting.
Yes.
So participants or judges, please unmute yourself and you can ask the question. Yeah. Arga Derga, yeah, you can ask the question.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Yeah.
I have one question. What's the benefit of your product and what new thing is added? Please
Um,
explain.
it is low cost, equal to $35. It has huge processing power. Many interfaces like HDMI, multiple USB, Ethernet, etc. are there. It supports Linux, Python, making it easy to build the applications.
So what is your innovation in that? Is a second question actually. In your project, what is the innovation in your project?
It designs and implements the objects counting.
No, is that a practical one or till now you done any practical one in this or no practical in this for your topic? Till
No,
now you done any practical work in this?
no, sir.
Okay. Argeya, okay. I think she answered for your question. So thank you, Aruna,
Yes.
for your presentation. Yeah. So the next presenter, paper ID 040. Mandip, are you there? The next presenter, paper ID 040. Mandip, are you there? Okay, if Mandip is not there, okay, the next presenter after the Mandip is like paper ID 048. Poti Tagore, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. We are there, sir.
Yeah, so you can present. Okay, please share your screen and you can present. You are from college is like Indian
We are
Maritime
from,
University, right?
yeah, yes, sir, Indian
Yeah.
Maritime University, sir.
Yeah. So guys, you can now share your screen and you can present. I think Mandip also is from your college. I think he's not presenting, right? So you can present now.
Is my screen visible, sir?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's visible, guys. So I think two presenters, right, for this, or one presenter? Two presenters, right?
Sir,
Yes, sir.
actually, we both did this together, and where we both will be presenting this.
Yeah, if possible, please on your video.
Yes, sir, yes, sir.
Yeah. So now you can present, guys. Your time starts now. Yeah.
Yes, sir. Sushant.
Yes, sir. So, good evening, everyone, and I am Sushant Naidu, and I have Tagore Potti with me. So today we would like to discuss about our project renewable energy. So it is about wind farms in sea. Next slide. So first of all, let's go through what is renewable energy. It's basically the energy collected or generated using renewable sources, which include sunlight, wind, rain, tides, waves, and geothermal heat. So this energy is sustainable, meaning which cannot run out, and it is endless. And these renewable resources are naturally replenished on Earth. So this energy, as this energy, we can call it from is for natural resources, and also we can use this energy generated mainly in four areas, like in electricity generation, hot water or space heating, and transportation and rural energy services. So some of the popular renewable energy sources are solar energy, wind energy, hydro energy, tidal energy, geothermal energy, biomass energy. And just to give you a small example, the hydro energy supplies almost 17% of global electricity generation, and around over 6% of world electricity generated from is from wind energy. So basically, this is about what is renewable energy. And so going into our topic, wind farms in sea, in energy generation from wind farms in sea. So first of all, how we should how wind gets its energy. It's by three concurrent events. One, uneven heating of atmosphere by sun, irregularities in Earth's surface, and the last one is due to rotation of Earth. So due to these factors, wind and water get their energy. Basically, in olden days, there are no principles or mechanisms to retrieve this energy. So windmills are introduced to gain this energy. They work on simple principle. Windmills work on converting mechanical energy into electrical energy by means of wind energy. This wind passing through blades of windmill make blades to rotate, and because of its geometry, the fans rotate and the shaft is connected to generator and thus electricity is produced. This is the basic principle which we all know. So next slide. So this slide is about how the action of wind force on blades of windmill works. So there's a if we look into this diagram, there is a chord line. So basically, there is a drag force, lift force for the blade, and also there is an inflow angle and also angle of attract. This is how, like, when a wind blows on a windmill, how the action of the wind force works on the windmill. Okay, next. So from here onwards, my fellow presenter Tagore will be presenting.
Thank you, Sushant. First of all, why are we implementing these wind farms on seas? Many of them have seen wind farms on land, but sea consists of vast number of energy than land, and the land gets its energy from sea. So in order to avoid this interruption between them and to loss of energy between the sea and land, we are directly implementing the wind farms in sea. So in order to get efficient energy from the sea, we know that sea has a vast number of energy, as it is the source of water. It can withstand its energy for longer period of time, and it can keep it for longer time. So in order to achieve good energy, to give good energy to the wind farms, we are implementing in the seas. Next, by implementing wind farms, we cannot get the energy derivative, electrical energy that we require. So in order to increase the efficiency, which is said by my friend, it is 6% by wind energy. We are to increase this. We are attaching some alternative methods to increase the electricity derivatives. They are ocean thermal energy and conservation, energy observing breakwaters, and wave energy. First, what is ocean thermal energy and conservation? Ocean thermal energy and conservation is a basic principle which works on a heat difference, through which it can retain heat and it will leave heat. First of all, we know that surface water of the water is very armed due to sunlight, and the water goes deep, because of no presence of sunlight, the water gets cold. So by using this difference of heat, we are making it into conservation of energy. Now, first, we will keep a pipe on the surface of a water, which will take the water to the evaporator. Now, in this evaporator, we have a working fluid known as liquid ammonia. By taking this heat, and we apply some external heat, which we will be gaining from condenser. This both heats will be given to the liquid ammonia to form a gaseous manner. This gaseous ammonia will be passing through this pipe, and it will be going to the turbine. By expansion of these gases, the turbine rotates, and there has a generator attached to it, through which we attain electricity. Now this gases will be passing to condenser, which is attached to 1 kilometer depth of a water. It will take a cold water through its pump, and it will be given to the gaseous ammonia. Now this gaseous ammonia is cooled, and the heat is given to the evaporator, and this liquid is flown out, and this liquid ammonia this liquid ammonia is again stored in evaporator. By this process, we can conserve the heat, and we can have no these are also renewable sources. So by using this, we can implement some external source. Means actually what happens in wind, while keeping wind farms, we have to attach a power source in the uh, bottom of the sea, or that is on the land, in order to attain the electricity to the shore. We are as we all already attaching the power box at the down, we are increasing its efficiency by all these means. Now by this ocean and ocean energy conservation, by attaching this to the power generator, we can increase the electricity output at the shore. In order to increase this, we are implementing this ocean thermal energy as a derivative to the wind farms. Next is our energy
Tagore,
absorbing
1 minute more, okay?
Sir, okay, sir.
Yeah, 1 minute more. So please go fast.
Yes, sir. Energy absorbing breakwater. As this, when these are applied in a sea, because of to and fro motion of a sea water, they're applied. The water will be passing through its hose due to gravity. This will be having rotation. This is attached to a generator, and thus the rotation of the generator causes electricity. And next is our wave energy. We know that wave is a renewable source that has its to and fro motion, through which the energy is attained. Next, this is the formula for the wave energy. Next, we can gain the wave energy by attenuated overtoppers and point observers. What is attenuator? Attenuator are connected like this. Between them, the springs are present, through which, due to to and fro motion of a spring, this is converted into electrical energy. While it comes to overtoppers, because of their extended wings, when the waves flow through them, the white color overtopper present on them will be lifting them, and they will pass through a hole present between them. The holes contains a turbine which will rotate the turbine, and electricity is produced. And point observers, they due to present in the point observers will have pumping motion due to the waves, so that this pumping energy is converted into electricity. Now this can be converted to power sources to attain the electricity at a shore. Next,
Yeah,
I am
yeah.
handing over to Sushant. Conclusion.
No, actually, time is up.
Okay, sir, no problem.
So now it's for the question hour.
Thank you,
So
sir.
judges, yeah, thank you for your presentation, guys. So now it's open for our participants and our judges. Please, judges, you can unmute yourself and you can ask the question. or participants, if you have any doubts, please unmute yourself and you can ask the questions. Yeah, Arigahen. Yeah, you can ask the question.
Yeah. Okay, thank you. Uh, as explained earlier, we can increase power by combining different sources. So how can combine this power source and how can increase? For example,
Actually,
thermal
I have
energy and
said.
wind energy.
Actually, I have already said
Yeah,
that.
please, Tagore, please wait for 1 minute. After the question, you can answer. Please, 1 minute, okay? Yeah, Argan, you can ask.
Yeah, how can we combine this energy like thermal energy and the wind energy, and how can increase the energy?
We are not combining thermal energy, but we are placing a power source at the bottom of the wind farm, so that actually wind farm directly can't give the energy to the source. So we are having a power source between the point. So actually we are already having a power source. We are connecting the power source to this attenuator, overtoppers, and ocean thermal engineering and wave energy by different methods. We are connecting to the same power source which is generated by a wind farms in order to avoid space, in order to avoid materials, more materials. So by combining this, we can have more energy, and we can have produce more number of electricity which is required for our needs.
Yeah, thank you, Tagore. I think
Okay.
Ashnafi, you can ask. Ashnafi?
Okay, thank you, Doctor. I have one question. Exactly what is the new thing you are trying to add in your project? Yes, you are presenting real-world application. If there is anything, you have any practical work?
Actually, sir, wind farms are already implemented in some of the seas, in somewhat North America or somewhere like this. We have a basic example from that, and we have added this wave and more type of attenuators, overtoppers, and this point observers in order to increase the efficiency of that, sir.
Yeah, okay, Tagore. And okay, Sushant, for your presentation. Thank you for that. So the next
Thank you, sir.
presenter,
Thank
yeah,
you, sir.
a really good presentation. Thank you for that. Yeah. So the next presenter is Bhuvaneshwari, paper ID 045. Bhuvaneshwari, are you there? Bhuvaneshwari, I think you are muted. Please unmute yourself. Paper ID 045, Bhuvaneshwari. Please unmute yourself and you can ask the question. Sorry, you can present. Bhuvaneshwari, are you there? Paper ID 045, Bhuvaneshwari. Please unmute yourself and you can present your paper. And following the Bhuvaneshwari, paper ID 044, Sam Rosario. Sam Rosario, are you there?
Sir.
So Sam, I think there is some issue with the Bhuvaneshwari. So now you can share your screen and you can present.
Yes,
Okay, the paper ID for the Sam Rosario is 044. Judges, Bhuvaneshwari, due to some technical problem, I think she is there, but she can't able to unmute herself. So following that, the presenter now, okay, his name is Sam Rosario. Paper ID is 044.
Okay, continue.
Yeah.
Am I visible, sir?
Yeah. You're visible. It's very clear, so you can present.
Good evening, everyone. Myself, CJ Sam Rosario from Knowledge Institute of Technology. My paper ID is Tech 044. Today I'm going to present a topic on self-charging electric vehicle. We all know about an electric vehicle, but it's quite different from a normal electric vehicle. It's a self-charging one.
It may be it's as a capable of charge by itself. First, let's see what is an electric vehicle. An electric vehicle is a vehicle which runs on an electric motor with a electricity as a source of its power. But an electric vehicle has some advantages and also many disadvantages. So that first thing is that it consumes many times for charging. The problems we can discuss later. First, we can see about then what is an electric vehicle. Then electric vehicle is a thing which runs on an electric motor and uses an electricity as its source of energy. And next is that how we can recharge the batteries used by the electric vehicles. The batteries used in electric vehicles are only can be recharged only through the charging stations. The in charging stations we should be park our cars and we need to charge them. This is the only way to charge our electric vehicle. These are the functions which has been implemented in the electric vehicle as on now date. What are the problems identified in an electric vehicle? An electric vehicle is a thing which they have been thinking that it has been an eco-friendly one, but really an electric vehicle is not an eco-friendly one. How we can say that? Because an electricity are produced only through the thermal plants and geoelectric plants and nuclear power plants, which causes pollution to the environment. For example, in IC engines are causing pollutions by an vehicle which runs on the road. But in an electric vehicle, it causes pollution where the electricity is produced. The pollution is caused, but it is not caused in the place of an vehicle, but also it has been caused a place where then electricity is produced. So the electric vehicles are not 100% eco-friendly vehicles. And the second one is that the more consumed taken for and recharging of then batteries used in electric vehicles. And electric vehicles consist of a big sized lithium ion batteries which have been used for a longer drives on a longer mileages. So bigger batteries consumes lot of time to charge. And the third problem is that lack of charging stations. In India we don't have such many power charging stations, and so so that someone who buys an electric car finds it very much difficult to charge it, or else he must go to his house and charge with a custom charger, or else we should find out a good charging station, but it's very rare in India. What is the difference between a normal IC engine and an electric vehicle? First, we should know the difference and we should learn some key points from an IC engines, and we can implement some of them in an electric vehicles. First, we can see about an IC engines. What IC engines does? IC engines takes the petrol as a raw material and produces an energy which makes the vehicle to move. This is the process done in an IC vehicles. Whereas in electric vehicle, the electricity is produced somewhere else and it has been converted in a form, passed through the wires and bring it to a power station, and that energy is being stored in a batteries and then it is consumed. So it is a very much long process. So that the mileages of an electric vehicle affects. Whereas in IC engines, the raw material is given and the energy is produced itself in an electric vehicle. So what we can implement in an electric vehicles? We can also make an electric vehicles to produce its own electricity. How? That's the solution I have brought here, is that to make an electric vehicle to charge by itself. How it can be possible? Yes, it can be possible, but in which way I have been taken inspiration, or what we can say a model of where we saw that this one is that in some 30 to 40 years back, the people who uses the cycle as an headlight, which has been not powered by a battery, but it has also been powered by a dynamo, which is dynamo or a generator, which is present in cycles. So that no battery is required. It produces an electricity which is sufficient to make the headlamps to glow. I'm taking the same concept here. I'm implementing implementing the electric vehicle to charge by itself by applying or building or coming to fusioning some generators in the electric vehicles. How it can be possible? I will be explaining in some steps. Step 1. The whole battery pack of an electric vehicle should be divided into two equal parts. One as a charged part and another one is as an uncharged part. What is an advantage of that? The charged parts remain initially charged when the manufacturing. The uncharged parts remains uncharged. It remains uncharged. What is the step 2? Step 2 is that a main step which has been making our electric vehicles to charge by itself. In an axle of an in a drive axle of an electric vehicle, we have an electric motor which has been attached to the axle and which gives the energy or an motion which makes the electric vehicle to move. In that same unit, I would like to incorporate a generator which can be produce electricity. The generator is fixed both axles of the rear and the front axles of an electric vehicle, so that if an electric vehicle moves with the help of a motor, the same mechanical energy is also converted into an electrical energy, and it has been stored in an uncharged parts of an battery pack, so that if the charged battery packs gets over, the uncharged battery packs get charged due to the operation of the two generators present in an electric vehicles and makes the electric vehicle to run. And third step is that, as I mentioned earlier, a part of an electric vehicle should be pre-charged at the time of an manufacturing should be charged in the stage of manufacturing. Working is a simple process. The charged part contains electricity, the uncharged part doesn't contain electricity. The generators runs as we move the car. The generators also runs and produces electricity, which is being stored in an uncharged pack. As if the charged packs gets over and the uncharged packs gives energy to the motors. Using our using our circuits we present, we can implement through it. The uncharged part makes charge by generators get powered, and it does vice versa in the way that it charges the uncharged part. This is how the self-charging electric vehicle works. What are the solutions obtained through my idea? The solutions obtained is no need for charging station, because for implementing a simple charging station, the principal of amount required is nearly 2 to 5 lakhs. It is a very much bigger amount. If you buy an electric vehicle which can be charged by itself, it's very much useful. The time consumed for charging electric vehicle will be completely reduced. How we can say that? If we go to a petrol bunk, we should have been stand in a queue and we should to fill our petrols. In this case of making an electric vehicle to charge
Sam,
itself,
1 minute more.
Okay, sir. And in this case, we will the time consumed for charging or refilling will be completely reduced, and the pollution caused during the production of electricity will be completely reduced. So our world can achieve a zero carbon emission within a few years by implementing such ideas, so that the carbon emission will be completely reduced and can make our planet and green green in nature. Thank you everyone for patient listening. And the efficiency of an electric vehicle is increased. The emission of carbon is also can be reduced. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Sam, for your excellent presentation. Now it's open for participants and judges. If you have any doubts, please unmute yourself and you can ask the question.
Okay, sir. One question for this project. It's a good project, but there's only one question for this electrical vehicle car. How long driving in one charging systems in kilometer or in per hour?
Yeah. Sam, the question is that
Yes,
how
sir.
long it will go for one, if you charge for one time, how long it will go?
Yes, sir.
So
We are
for
planning
example,
for a battery. Yes,
yeah,
sir.
how much kilometer it will go? That is his question.
Yes, sir. We are planning to build an electric vehicle in which for example, we can travel for 10 kilometers. The electricity produced is charged, and which also makes it electric vehicle to charge for another 10 kilometers. So that it actually it can be made as an elixir, sir. Which electricity will always tends to present in an electric vehicle.
Eshku, is it okay?
What, sir?
Okay, my question is that to you, okay, Sam.
Yes, sir.
So till now, you are just telling this is like a concept note, right? Did you implement this? For example, like I am a doctorate from automobile department. Okay, from
Okay, sir.
from MIT Anna University. I think you know MIT Anna University, right, in India.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, that is the first college to start automobile in India before 60 years. Okay, I finished my doctorate from MIT Anna University. So is this concept is like is this what you're just now we just presenting is only a concept, or is it like you've done any practical work in that?
Sir, I have been researching on it, sir. I have
But
been I have been
till now you
researching
didn't
on it.
till now you didn't do any practical work, right?
So I made an practical vehicles, practical idea, sir. But I have gotten one failure. What is that? Is an electricity consumed to the motors to run, but it is not equal the amount electricity is produced, sir. So I have been keep on researching on that to implement some ideas of generators which can produce equal amount of an electricity consumed or more an amount of an electricity is used, sir.
Yeah, okay. Thank you, Sam. Thank you for your presentation. So the next presenter, Bhuvaneshwari ma'am, can you able to present now? Bhuvaneshwari?
Hello,
Yeah,
am I audible, sir?
yeah, you are audible. So can you able to present now?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So the paper ID for
Can I
Bhuvaneshwari
share?
is 0. Yeah, please share your screen. The paper ID for Bhuvaneshwari is 045, which will be followed by 051 Pabuji Naveen. Pabuji Naveen, I think you are there. So after Bhuvaneshwari, you can present. Okay.
Sir, just a minute, sir.
Yeah, Bhuvaneshwari, from your side there is some echo. Please off one of the system. After Bhuvaneshwari, the paper ID 051 Pabuji, you can present.
Sure. So 1 minute.
Bhuvaneshwari, please off the systems which is near you. Yeah, Bhuvaneshwari, please unmute yourself and you can share the screen. If you are making late means, okay, you will be disqualified. Already we gave you some time, but you didn't present at the time.
There are some problems and network issues, sir.
No, like it's like international event. Okay, we can't wait for one person, Bhuvaneshwari. So thank you for that. So the next presenter is Pabuji Naveen. Please, you can share your screen and you can present. Pabuji? Pabuji Naveen Kumar, please share your screen and you can present. Please unmute yourself and you can share your screen. Pabuji? Pabuji Naveen Kumar, please unmute yourself and you can share your screen. Judges, I think there is some issue with the participants. Yeah, Pabuji, please unmute yourself and you can share your screen. Please unmute yourself. Yeah. And please share your screen. Yeah, Pabuji, your screen is visible. Please unmute yourself. I think you are hearing us. Please unmute yourself. Yeah, Pabuji, this is the final call. Please unmute yourself, or
Sir, am I audible now?
yeah, you're audible. So please share your screen and you can present.
Okay, sir. Sir, am I audible? Okay.
Yeah, you're
My screen is
audible.
visible?
Yeah, you're audible, but please open your screen. Your screen is not visible.
Oh,
It,
okay.
it
Just
is like yeah.
okay, sir. Okay. Sir, is now it is okay?
Yeah, now it's okay. Yeah, it's perfect. Now you can present.
Good evening, sir, and everyone. First of all, I would like to introduce
If
myself.
possible, can you on your video? Is it possible?
Now I am introducing in direct phone only, sir.
No, no. Your video is on.
Yes, sir. It is in mobile, so I can't. I think, sir.
Okay, no issues. You can present. Yeah.
Okay. First of all, I would like to introduce myself. My name is Papaji Navin Kumar. I'm from Siddhartha Institute of Technology, BTech Civil third year. Today, my paper presentation topic is about the green building. So, first of all, I would like to introduce about abstract. In every green building, which we also green building is also known as a sustainable building to meet subjects such as occupant health, using energy, water, and other resources. Green building also reduce the overall impact on the environment. It is a good opportunity to use a resource efficiency while creating a healthier building. And green buildings also improve the human health. It is better for build a better environment. And also green building provide a cost saving. While we are providing while we are constructing green building, the cost is also less based on the construction buildings like concrete like that. The keywords for the green building is sustainable building, human health, and natural resource energy, etc. Sir. First of all, we'll know the what is green building. Introduction. Green building is also known as a green construction. We can call that green building as a green construction also, and also we'll call it a sustainable building. It refers both structure and the application process, and it is linked with the environment. In simple words, we can say the green building is attached with the environment. The green building practices expands the complements of the classical building design concerns. It mainly about the green building, mainly linked with the economy, utility, and durability, and also it gives good comfort for the people. And objectives of green building, it uses the energy, less energy, and water and the resource efficiently by reducing waste pollution and environment. We can reduce the pollution also, sir, by with the green building, and it is also good for the environment. And then now let's go about the fundamental principles of the green building. There are five main fundamental principles for the green building. They are structural design efficiency, energy efficiency, and water efficiency, material efficiency, and the fifth one is waste and toxic reduction. First, we'll see about the structure design. So, structure design efficiency. This concept is a sustainable building, and this energy efficient structure can be designed as the structure that involves the using less energy. Sir, while we are constructing the structural design, it will use less energy and materials required for the construction, and also materials also lesser. And the second one is energy efficiency of the green building. We can, by this energy efficiency, we can get more energy, like sunlight. We can use the energy from the atmosphere, like environment. Uh, it is one of the useful for the green building. And the third one is water efficiency. To minimize the water consumption, one should aim to use the water which has been collected, used and purified and reused. In this water efficiency, we can reuse the water. We can use and we can purify and also we can reuse. This is water efficiency. It is also useful. And the next one is material efficiency. Material efficiency is also recycled, and it means materials are recycled and we can use again. We can reuse and recycle and reduce. This is about the material efficiency. And the fifth one is waste and toxic reduction. In this waste and toxic reduction, green achievement also seeks to reduce the waste of energy. It means it is seeks to reduce the waste energy and water and materials also during construction. And it is probable to reuse source, and also we can reuse in this waste and toxic reaction. In this mainly in water and toxic reduction, we can reuse and reduce and recycle. In three process we can do in green buildings. Mm, these are some of the green buildings. These are the related images for the green building. How the structure has made with the plants and trees. And we'll see the benefits of the green building. There are three main benefits for the green building: are economic, social, and environmental. This is successful adopting of green building. Development can maximum both the economic and environmental performance. This it is very much useful for the environment by, like, in also economic way and environmental way. We'll see environmental benefits. In environmental benefit, it will protect the biodiversity and ecosystem, and also improve the air water quality, reduce waste streams, conserve the natural resource. These are the environmental benefits. And let's see about the economical benefits. In economical benefits, it reduces the operating cost, and the cost of the green building will be reduced. It create and expand the shape of the markets of green product and services. Also, it improve the occupant productivity. It is also improve the occupant productivity. These are the uses for the economical benefits. And let's see the social benefits. It improve the overall quality of life, based upon, while we can see good quality of life. And next, with the advantages and disadvantages of green building, like pros and cons. In the advantages are energy saving. We can save the energy by the green building. We can slow down the global warming, reduction of air pollution, less soil pollution, less water pollution. These are some important in making of green building. And the disadvantage for the green buildings are high R&D cost. The cost is more compared to other buildings, and also high implementation cost. It will have more implementation cost. Green technology is still quite immune, and also technical issue may happen for implementation of green building. It is also high product cost. This is some
Babuji,
of.
1 minute more.
Sir.
1 minute more.
Okay, sir. And the conclusion for the green building is financially health and the most importantly environmental response idea that more people need to adapt. This now we can see the buildings are constructing, but the people not building like green buildings, because this is one negative for the environment also. If we build the green buildings, it will help us to in environmental way for our health. Like this, it is useful. And the conclusion for this is the future is looking for the bright since the evaluation of the green building. When we go green, we can get more benefits. The increase of the number of green building revolutionize and architecture field. Continue to safety. I can say this: we should continue to satisfy the mother earth by building more and more green buildings. And finally, I can say that there are three ways we can do. I like we can
Thank
save the
Papuji, your
energy.
time up. So
Okay, thank
thank
you.
you for your presentation. So now it's open for the judges and participants. I think Yeshku Lala, please unmute yourself. You can ask the question. Yeah.
Okay, thank you. When we go to the green building, before all of the green building and building considerations, we consider the design period of the building uh, is affected by the green life. Example, in the green life, the trees needs the water for their life, but that water reduces the building's life by moisturing. And if we use more water in the ended building, that gets the breakdown of columns and walls. So that reduces the design period of the building. Do you consider that?
Yeah. Papuji,
Sir.
yeah, you can reflect for the question.
Sir, somewhat voice disturbance.
I will tell you. You told that okay, some water, which you use it in a green building, it will be useful for the green building like that, right? So
Yes,
if
sir.
you add like more water, will it affect the green building like that? That is the question.
Okay. No, sir, because it will absorb by the soil which are there, and also sunlight can absorb that water, na, sir, from the soil. This is how it take
So,
place.
so it don't affects the building if you use some excess water or columns like that. That is his question.
Yes, sir. No, no problem, sir. Because it will, due to environment like sunlight, it will absorb the water, no, sir, from the ground.
Yeah. Okay, Pabuji, thank you for your presentation. I think
Thank you.
Bhuvaneshwari, she's not there. Bhuvaneshwari, are you there? Yeah, I think she's not there. So we will wind up the session 3. So thank you to all the participants for attending the session 3. So the next session, which is a final session, session 3 will be starting at the time of Ethiopian International Time, 4 p.m. and India International Time, 6:30 p.m. That is in India, it's evening. So participants for the session 4, please be log in before 10 to 20 minutes. The session will start sharply at Ethiopia International Time 4 o'clock and India International Time 6:30. But I request all the participants to be before like 10 to 15 minutes, please present in our online session. Thank you for that. So now we can go for a break. Pabuji, please stop presenting your session. Yeah, thank you. So participants, now you can go for a break for 30 minutes and you can come back. Vaishal, Harini, which batch are you from? Harini?
Sir, this is Samir. I'm using my sister's
Yeah.
Gmail ID.
Upal Luri Samira, right? Your paper ID is
Yes.
03, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, okay. So the session will start after 30 to 40 minutes, okay? For you.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
So you can join after 30 minutes. It will be correct.
Okay,
No.
sir.
Okay. So Vishal,
Yes, sir.
so what is your paper ID, Vishal?
Sir, paper ID don't know. Sir. 1 minute, sir.
Can you just tell your team number? That means your student
Suman
number.
Saurav, sir. Suman Saurav, Parduman Kumar, and Vishal Kumar, sir.
1 minute, 1 minute. Suman Saurav, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, your paper ID is 033.
Yes, sir.
Okay, you are the second presenters of the final session. Okay, after this
Okay.
Abarish.
Okay, sir.
Okay, so you can go for a break and you can come.
Okay, sir.
Aruna, you can leave the session. Aruna, you can join after 30 minutes. And Ashnafi, we can have some 30 minutes break and we will be there. Okay, no issues. You can join, no issues. Ashnafi, please don't think that we are going very fast because we are on time actually. We are going perfectly on time, okay? புவனேஸ்வரி, உங்களுக்கு தமிழ் தெரியும்ல?
Hello.
புவனேஸ்வரி, உங்களுக்கு தமிழ் தெரியும்லம்மா?
Yes, sir. I know, sir. Sir,
என்ன
here is some
பிரச்சனை
technique.
இல்லம்மா, என்ன
Screen
பிரச்சனை உங்களுக்கு? லைக்
screen share ஆக மாட்டேங்குதுங்க சார்.
சார், வேற எதுனா ஒரு லேப்டாப்ல போய் செக் பண்ணி பாருங்கம்மா.
சார், அதான் இப்ப மொபைல்ல கனெக்ட் பண்ணிருக்கேன். இந்த ஸ்கிரீன் ஷேர் ஆகுதான்னு பார்க்கலாம் ஒரு நிமிஷம் சார்.
அந்த ஒரு லாஸ்ட் பேப்பர் வந்து உங்களுக்கு பிரசன்ட் பண்ணல நீங்க, ஓகேவா? நாங்க அது வந்து ஆப்ஷன் தான் போட்டுருக்கோம்.
சார், அது சரி, இது என்னோட ரொம்ப ட்ரை பண்ணி போட்டிருக்கேன். நான் இப்ப அதை பிரசன்ட் பண்ண முடியுமான்னு செக் பண்ணட்டுமா? ஹலோ,
நீங்க ஜஸ்ட் இது, ஏன்னா எங்களுக்கு டைம் இல்லம்மா. லாஸ்ட் செஷன் வந்து பண்ண முடியாது. எனக்கு தெரிஞ்சு போன பேட்ச் வந்து முடிஞ்சிருச்சு. ஸோ
ஓகே.
இப்போ நீங்க வரப்போற பேட்ச் வேணா நீங்க பண்ணுங்க உங்களது ஒன்னே ஒன்று.
ஓகே.
ஒரு இதுக்கு ஒரு இது வேணா பண்ணுங்க, பாத்துக்கலாம்.
சார்
ஓபன் பண்ணுங்க.
இன்னொரு பேப்பர் வாட்ஸ்அப்குள்ள இருக்கு, அதையும் ஓபன் பண்ணு. இந்த ஸ்கிரீன் ஷேர் பண்ணிக்கிறோம்.
இல்லம்மா, இப்போ நீங்க வந்து ஸ்கிரீன் வந்து ஓபன் பண்ணிட்டீங்க, ஓகேவா? இப்போ நீங்க வந்து என்ன பண்ணணும்னா இது பண்ணுங்க.
ஹலோ,
உங்களோட பிபிடி ஓபன் பண்ணுங்க. இது பிபிடியா பிடிஎஃபா?
பிபிடி தான் சார் இது.
சரி, அத ஓபன் பண்ணுங்க. இப்ப
ஷேர் பண்ணு.
ஷேர் ஆயிடுச்சுமா, ஷேர்ல தான் இருக்கு.
ஓகேங்க சார், ஒரே நிமிஷம்.
இப்போ நீங்க ஓபன் பண்ணீங்களா உங்க
சார் இப்போ
பிபிடி
ஓபன்
ஓபன்
ஆகுதா?
பண்ணுங்க. இப்போ ஓபன் ஆகுது. இப்போ வந்து என்ன பண்ணுங்கன்னா உங்க மொபைலை வந்து ரொட்டேஷன் மோட்ல வைங்க.
ரொட்டேஷன் மோட்ல.
உங்க மொபைல் ஸ்கிரீன் இருக்குல்ல,
ஹலோ,
உங்களோட மொபைல் ஸ்கிரீனை ரொட்டேஷன் மோட்ல வைங்க.
ரொட்டேஷன் மோட்ல வைங்க. ஹலோ,
நான் பேசுறது உங்களுக்கு கேக்குதா?
கேக்குதுங்க சார்.
உங்க சைடுல வந்து நெட் இஷ்யூ இருக்கு, சரிங்களா?
சார்
கொஞ்சம்
நெட்வொர்க்
எங்க
இஷ்யூ தான்.
ஓகே, அவ்வளவுதான், பர்ஃபெக்ட்டா தெரியுது. இப்போ விட்டுருங்க, இப்போ கரெக்டா இருக்கு.
சார் நான் இது என்னோட ஃபர்ஸ்ட் பேப்பருங்க சார், இதை பிரசன்ட் பண்ணிடுறேன்.
ஒரு பேப்பர் தான் பிரசன்ட் பண்ண முடியும். ஏற்கனவே ஒரு டைம் முடிஞ்சிச்சு, நீங்க பிரசன்ட் பண்ணல.
அப்படியா?
only for one paper, okay, you can present, that's all.
Sir, good evening. This is Bhuvneshwari from
last Bhuvneshwari,
sir.
you are having two papers, right? You are having
Yes,
two
sir.
papers.
Yes, sir.
One paper you can't able to present because already is finished. The session is finished. Okay.
Okay,
You
sir.
can able to present only one paper in the next session because you are having two papers, right?
Yes, sir.
So you can able to present another one paper in the next session. That's all. You can't
Sir,
able to present the old paper in the old session. That's all, because it's already closed. Okay.
Sir, I am having this paper. I can present this paper, sir. Only one. Yes, sir.
Any one paper only you can present. That's all, because
yes,
already you are having two papers. One paper
yes,
you can present. That means
paper
ID 042 you can present. That's all.
Sir, this is the paper, sir. 045 irukallaya. I want to present this paper, sir. This is only sharing the screen, sir.
What about the 042? What about 042
so
paper?
I take this paper, sir. Can I take this paper?
You can't able to present it.
042 I can't the paper, sir. Hello.
So you have only one paper, which is
hello
0.
Yes, sir. This
உங்களுக்கு தமிழ் தெரியும்லமா?
Can I present paper? Yes, sir. Sir, can I present this paper, sir? Any one, this one I can present, sir.
Okay, you can present the 045 in the final session, okay?
Okay,
instead of
yes,
042, okay va? உங்களுக்கு 042
yes,
paper
sir,
வந்து
yes,
உங்களுக்கு
sir.
cancelled, okay va?
Okay, sir.
ஏதா ஒரு
Sir,
பேப்பர் தான் உங்களுக்கு பப்ளிஷ் ஆகும். சொல்லுங்க.
Sir, can I present the paper now, sir?
இல்லம்மா, இப்போ actually breakல இருக்கோம். You can join after 30 minutes.
Okay, sir. Okay.
So now
Okay,
you can
sir.
close the slide, okay? Now you can close the slide and you can
Sir,
present after 30
any
minutes.
possibility I can present the two papers, sir? Any possibility?
No possibility, that's all. You missed the chance, okay?
Okay.
You know, it's an international event. We can't
Yes,
wait
sir.
for one person, okay? Because
Sir,
the
here
time
some
is like
network
in India.
Okay.
It's your personal issue, okay? Not our personal issue, because it's an international
Yes, sir.
event. Students
Okay.
all over world they're presenting, okay? Because of you,
Okay.
we can't able to make it representation, okay? You can't
Okay,
able to
sir.
present two papers, only one paper final. Please go for a break and come and join. Only present one paper. That's all. Thank you.
Okay, sir. Okay, after 30 minutes. Okay, sir.
After 30 minutes,
Thank
you can join, okay? This
Okay,
is
thank
your
you, sir.
mistake, okay? We are just calling you for more than 10 minutes.
Yes, sir.
It's internet issue or any issue means you have to you are the in charge for that.
Okay, sir. Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Thiru.
Please, yeah, please mute yourself.
இப்ப ஷேர் பண்ண வேணாமா 30 மினிட்ஸ் பிரேக்கா அடுத்த செஷன் ஸ்டார்ட் பண்ணும்போது அது பிரசன்ட் பண்ண சொல்றாரு.
Please mute yourself, Bhuvneshwari. Ashnafi, like because we have to follow the rules correctly, okay? It's their mistake, it's not our mistake. Rafi, I'm sharing the screen of the yesterday event. Okay, yesterday offline session. I'm just sharing the photos. Suman, your paper ID is 033, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So you are the second presenter, okay? So please be ready, okay?
Okay, sir.
I think paper ID 053 also is from your college, Sabarish.
Yes, sir. Sabdesh SP and Krishna Prabhu.
Yeah, he will join, right?
I have no idea about.
Okay, no issues. So if he is not there, means you are the first presenter, okay?
Okay.
So please be ready.
Okay.
Uh, Praduman Kumar.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. What is your paper ID?
Sir, my paper code is 033, sir.
Yeah, you are going to present with someone, right? Three per team, right?
Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
okay,
Yes, sir.
okay, no issues. Judges, are you ready?
Yeah, doctor, we are ready.
Yeah, ready, right? So we will start. Okay, the final session.
Okay, we can.
Sabrish.
Okay.
Yeah, Sabrish.
Yes, sir. Good
Yeah,
evening,
good
sir.
evening. Sabrish.
Am I audible?
Your paper ID is 053, right?
Yes, sir.
And you are from Indian Maritime
Indian Maritime
College, right?
University.
So now,
Yes, sir.
Sabrish, you can share your screen,
Okay, sir.
and you are the first presenter of this session, which is followed by 033 Suman batch, which will be followed then by 052 by Kartikeyan.
Sir, is it visible, my screen?
No, 1 minute, Sabrish. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Sabrish, actually, I think in your team, 2 members, right?
Yes, sir. Actually, due to some issues, my teammate is not able to join now. Sir, is
Okay.
that okay? So I'll be presenting the paper.
Okay, no issues.
Okay, sir. Sir, is it
So the
okay if I
judges,
get it?
1 minute, Sabrish. So I welcome all the participants on behalf of Techno Club, KAUT, Commercial Institute of Technology, Ethiopia. Like for the international paper presentation competition for the students. So from the morning, okay, almost like 3 batches is finished, and except 2 participants, all the participants they presented for our paper presentation competition. Thank you for that. And this is the final uh, session. And in this session, paper ID 053, 033, 052, 045 or 042, and 035, 039, 038, 054, 031, and finally Prajut 026. Okay, this is the list for the this is scheduled for the final session. So now, Sabrish, you can just
Yes, sir.
start with your presentation.
Sir, actually, I'm presenting in my computer, so web camera is not available. Is it okay, sir?
No issues, Sabrish. You
Thank
you
you,
can
sir.
start.
Thank you. Good evening, sir, and good
Suman, please
evening
be
to.
ready. Okay. And Sabrish, your I think your PPT is not visible. You can close it. Yeah, now it's visible. Yeah,
Sir, now?
now it's clear.
Yeah, okay, sir.
So you can proceed. And after this, Suman, please be ready. Thank you. Your time
Good
starts
evening,
now.
sir.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
can
good
start.
evening, sir, and good evening to everyone present here. Our topic today is nanotechnology in shipping. To be precise, um, I'm going to tell about the use of nano fuels for propulsion of ships. My paper ID is Tech 053. The main theme of this paper is that to reduce the greenhouse gases from shipping industry. Why we only took shipping industry is that because we know that shipping industry is a large growing industry. And according to a survey that was conducted in the year 2020, shipping industry is responsible for 2.5% of global greenhouse gas emission. So what is greenhouse gas emission? Emission of harmful gases such as carbon dioxide, methane, nitrous oxide, sulfur oxide, etc. is known as greenhouse gas emission. So how to overcome this? We have to look for an alternative fuel, or we can add some particles into the fuel to reduce the emission. That is nanofuel additives. By adding up of nanofuel additives such as aluminum, magnesium, zircon, titanium, nickel, boron, or some metal oxide, we can reduce the greenhouse gas emission. The types of nanofuel particles are cerium oxide nanoparticles, aluminum, magnesium, aluminum, and cobalt oxide nanoparticles. Firstly, we will see cerium oxide nanoparticles. In this figure, as we can see, when the combustion takes place without adding cerium oxide nanoparticles as a product, we will get unburnt hydrocarbons, which is harmful for the atmosphere. But in this figure, if we add the cerium oxide nanoparticle, there will be complete combustion of hydrocarbons, and hence CO2 and H2O will combine to form carbonic acid, which is not harmful for the atmosphere. Cerium oxide nanoparticles can also be used as a short-term treatment for particulate filters in diesel engines. The above figures are represented in the form of chemical equations. Now, secondly, we will see aluminum nanoparticles. We use this as an additive because of aluminum's ability to increase the power output of engine as a result of its high combustion energy. In fact, a study that found incorporating aluminum oxide nanoparticles into jojoba by biodiesel engine fuel significantly improved engine performance, which simultaneously reducing the NOx emission by 70%, carbon monoxide emission by 80%, and smoke opacity by 35%. Thirdly, we have magnesium, aluminum, and cobalt oxide nanoparticle. In 2011, India had investigated the potential of cobalt oxide and magnesium aluminum nanoparticles as additives for biodiesel fuels. Nanoparticles as additives for biodiesel fuels. The oxygen atoms in CO3 and O4 particles can moderate the combustion reaction in a similar mechanism as to how cerium oxide nano additives function. As a result, when CO3O4 nanoparticles were applied to the fuel, the combustion was cleaner, and both CO and unburnt hydrocarbon emission were significantly reduced. The cobalt nano additives were also shown to reduce NOx production. This is especially significant with biodiesel combustion, since biodiesel fuels are often prone to high NOx emission as compared to regular petrochemical diesel. Now we will see how to prepare a nanofuel. For this, we look into an experiment conducted by Central Institute of Mining and Fuel Research, Jharkhand, India. For this, cerium oxide and aluminum nanoparticles soaked in ethanol was observed. Due to higher specific surface area, strong interaction was developed between fuel and particles. Due to repulsive forces, particle agglomeration was minimized. Nanoparticles of 5 nm and 10 nm are considered for the experiment. Ethanol soaked nanoparticles are mixed thoroughly with a mixture of fuel and surfactant. Using a surfactant, blending both nano additives and oxygenated fuel additives to a base marine fuel is a novel technique which was developed. Now we will look into a case study. For this, prepared nano fuel was tested on board a research vehicle, vessel, engaged in a suitable cruise. The emission from the exhaust of a ship before adding nano fuel additives are recorded with a portable flue gas analyzer. A schematic diagram is shown in the further slides, showing the conventional fuel oil supply arrangement and modified setup for nano fuel additive. These are the schematic diagram before adding the nano dosing tank and after adding the nano dosing tank. By comparing the data recorded before and after adding the nano fuel additives, it was observed that the NOx emission was reduced by 20%. CO and CO2 showed a reduction of 10% for alumina and cerium oxide nanoparticles due to the fast evaporation rate. The recorded emission data is validated using an online ship emission calculator by Laboratory for Maritime Transport National Technical University of Athens and also by using empirical formula. Now we will look into ship emission calculator. So what is ship emission calculator? It is a device used to compare the data between the NOx and SOx emission before and after adding the nanoparticles. This table represents the values that were recorded before adding the nanofuels. And these are the values recorded after adding the nanofuels. No validation of the data. These graphs represents the emission before and after adding the nanoparticles. This is CO2 emission and this is NOx emission. And the orange one represents the values obtained by empirical values. These are the empirical formulas. Now conclusion.
Sabarish, you have 1 minute more, okay?
Yeah, sure. Sir. Thank you. And now we'll jump into the conclusion. By this, we can conclude that a good range of nanofuel additives can be used as additives in diesel and biodiesel fuels, which can decrease the NOx and SOx emissions. Most of the additives showed reduction in NOx and SOx due to higher centane number and reduction in hydrocarbons due to higher evaporation rate and catalytic oxidation. Lower smoke emission was observed due to higher evaporation rate, reduced ignition delay. It decreased in CO emission due to improved ignition characteristics with nanofuel additives. Thank you. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Sabarish, for your presentation. Now it's open for participants and judges. And I want to inform to all the participants of this final session, more than 15 judges are there for judging this session 4. So now it's open for participants and the judges. If you have any doubts, please unmute yourself and you can ask the questions. Any participants who want to ask any questions, please unmute yourself and you can ask the questions. Anybody is there? Judges, you want to ask any questions? Okay, if there is no other question, Sabrish, yeah, Aragan, you can ask, yeah.
Okay, thank you. By how much percent emission will be reduced? And what is the advantage of this technology as compared to related technology?
Can I answer now?
Yeah, you can answer, Sabrish.
Yeah, as I showed in the presentation, in a case study, the emission was reduced by 20%. And why we should use it, as I said in the earlier slides, the main objective of this project, I mean this slide, is to reduce the greenhouse gas emission.
Yeah, again, it's 20% emission is reduced. Okay, Sabrish, I want to ask one question. Is that you done this project or like is under the research?
Sir,
you have any practical? You have done this work practically because we didn't see any practical work in this slides.
Sir, actually, as I showed in the slide, it is a case study which was already conducted in the year 2020 on board ship.
I know this case study. My question is that did you conduct this?
Anything,
you didn't conduct, right?
No, sir.
Okay, thank you, Sabrish.
Yeah,
no issues, Sabrish. Thank you for your presentation. So the next presenter, Arikan, is it okay?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. So the next presenter, paper ID 033, Suman batch.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, you can share your screen, Suman.
Okay, sir.
And please on your video.
Okay, sir.
I think three participants are in your batch. So if they're present in English, please ask all the participants to on the video.
Okay, sir.
Yeah, Suman, you can share the screen.
Yes, sir. Pradhuman Kumar is sharing, sir.
Okay. Suman, you have to minimize the screen because backside I think the PPT is there. You already started sharing.
Yes, sir.
Please close this window so that backside I think your PPT will be displayed. You understand, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Sir, Praduman Kumar is sharing a screen, sir.
Okay, okay. Please be fast because there's no time because many participants are there.
Yes, sir. But there is a need for he's doing, sir.
No, already you started presenting. Please minimize the screen and open your PPT. The next presenter, 052 Karthikeyan. Are you there?
Sir, actually, Karthikeyan is not there, sir.
Gunavardhan, this is okay. You are a batch. You are a party in the same group, right? So please
Yeah,
be
sir. Yeah,
ready.
sir.
Okay. Please be
Okay, sir.
ready.
Okay,
You
sir.
are the next
Yeah.
presenter.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, Suman.
Yes, sir. I think here issue, sir.
So it's like a blank. Okay, your PPT is yeah.
Sir is trying, but maybe there is issue, sir.
So please be very fast. Okay. Or Karthikeyan, can you able to present now? 1 minute. 1 minute. I think they're opening. Pradman Kumar.
Yes, sir. I will do.
Please be fast, okay? Because already the time started.
Sir, can you just give another member chance, sir? After that,
Yeah,
we will
okay.
do, sir.
So you can just close your screen. So the Karthikeyan
Okay, sir.
batch paper ID 052.
Yeah, sir. Yeah, sir. Yeah,
So
sir.
your batch, yeah, Guna, you can share your screen and you can present.
Ah,
So the
okay, sir.
judges.
2 minutes. 2 minutes.
So the judges. Now the presenter is paper ID 052. The teammates are Karthikeyan, Gunavant and James Booth, which will be followed by Bhuvaneshwari. Please be ready. Yeah. Guys, if possible, please on your video. The guys from Bharat University. So guys, now you can start your presentation. Your time starts now. Guna, your
Sir,
time
can you hear
starts
me,
now.
sir?
Yeah, your time starts now. You can start.
Sir, do I have to on the camera or is it okay?
Yeah, your video is on. No issues. You can start.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. Sir, good evening, sir. Myself, James Boas. Sir, can you hear me clearly, sir?
Yeah, we are hearing
Yes,
you.
sir. Okay, sir. Good evening, sir. Myself, James Boas, and this is my teammate Gunavant. We are from Bharat University.
If
And,
possible, can you make it slideshow?
one
Full
sec,
screen.
sir. Yes, sir. Sir, is it okay?
It's not opening. Okay, no issues. You can proceed.
Okay, sir. Sir, myself, James Boas, and my teammate Gunavant. We are from Bharat University, and a project title is Thermomechanical Characterization of Needle Punched Hybrid Unsaturated Polyester Composite, sir. So coming to the first slide, and this is the abstract, sir. Coming to the abstract, first what we did is we did a natural fiber selection. The reason that we chose this natural fiber selection is because it's degradable and it is cost efficiency. Plus, what we are focusing here is that we are finding the thermo mechanical property of this, sir, because then you're finding thermomechanical properties and you're needle punching it, and we are preparing the lamination, and following on it undergoes some testing, sir, like mechanical test and testing like XRD, TGA, DMA, FTR, and so on, sir. So next slide, sir. Yes, sir. And sorry, your slides are not changing. So please just click the slide directly. Yeah. One sec, sir. Yeah,
So
left
is it
side.
okay now,
Yeah.
sir? Yeah, now it's clear. You can just do like this, okay?
Okay, sir. Fine, sir. Thank you. So main objectives, as I studied earlier, main aim is to study and analyze the thermomechanical properties of needle punched fibers. And sir, in this in our project, we selected two natural fibers, sir. Those are banana and pineapple, and uh, and we did a hybrid. The hybrid is nothing but a combining or combination of banana and pineapple together is it's called hybrid, sir. And coming to the research gap, okay, sir. Coming to the natural fiber, what is a natural fiber? Of course, we know the fiber that are extracted naturally. Maybe it can be plants or animals, whatever it may be. The reason and main thing that we chose needle punching is because doing needle punching removes the impurities like wax, lignin, removes impurities, sir. And the reason we are doing needle punching is that while we needle punch, we get a even distribution of fibers, sir. So everywhere we get a even distribution. Whereas, for example, just example, you follow just example, you take only chopped fibers while you spread around the mold. You can see some places there will be more fibers, some place there may be less fibers, but needle punching with a particular GSM, you can get equal distribution of fibers in every corner, sir. So that's why we are doing the needle punching, sir. Coming to the literature review, we went through some papers. These are the papers, sir. We went through some papers to acquire some knowledge, and yes, sir. And this is what we are doing, sir. First, we prepared the mold and we selected natural fibers, as I said you earlier, and we chopped the fibers, sir. We chopped the fiber around 7.5 centimeter. We purchased the fiber and we chopped the fibers, and we did needle punching in Coimbatore PSG College. We asked them to give us with different GSM, sir. So both banana and pineapple, we got in different GSM, sir. So different GSM is nothing but we get in different thickness, sir. Even the weight varies and the thickness varies. And coming to next, the laminate preparation. Preparing laminate, I'll be explaining you in the next slide, sir. So we prepared the laminate, and we cut those laminates with ASTM standard, sir, with particular ASTM standard. And as per the methodology follows, we did the mechanical and thermal and morphological analysis, and hence proceeding, sir. Yes. Yes, sir. So this is our raw materials. These are our fibers: pineapple fiber, banana fiber, and this is this is the matrix, sir. This is the matrix in which we used it for lamination, sir. Like the ratio is 98 is to 1 is to 1. It's a pineapple
One
fiber.
minute. 1 minute. Okay, who is actually present? Only you are going to present, or your
No,
friends
sir.
also?
Guna will present the next half, sir. The first half will be presented by myself,
What is
and the
your
next
name
half.
actually? Your
My
name?
name is James Boas, sir. James
James. Okay.
Boas.
Okay. Yeah, you can proceed. Yeah.
Thank you, sir. Sir, coming to the fabrication process, sir. These are molds, sir. You can see the first picture. That is our mold. These are the GSMs, the fibers. The fiber with different GSMs, sir. You can see we are adding it by layer. And this is our matrix, sir. We are stirring with a stirring rod in the mug. And those matrix is nothing but the unsaturated polyester resin, 98% with 1% MEKP and 1% cobalt naphthalene. And this is how we did the mold, sir. We just cleaned the mold. We used wax. We applied wax. We dropped the GSM fiber, the fiber that are different GSM, and we poured the matrix around it. And we did we did the compression by adding weight, sir. Yes, sir. By after around 24 hours after a day, if we like remove those things, we can see the fabricated with it is fabricated like we get each and everywhere a particular distribution of resin as well as the fiber, sir. So these fibers first job with different ASTM standard for giving mechanical and morphological tests, sir. These are the samples. These are the samples that we for testing, sir. For example, tensile and flexural is a mechanical test, and DMA we did the DMA, FTR, XRD, TG, and FESM. These are the samples, sir, that we gave it for testing. We powdered it and we cut it based on its size, sir, given size. And follow the slides taken by Gunavan, sir. Thank you.
1 minute. Judges, please make note of it. The team ID, the paper ID is 052. It's not 033. Okay, it's changed. So 052. Yeah, you can proceed. Yeah, Guna, you can proceed.
Yes.
So first we have done tensile testing, sir, for mechanical sensors. We have did tensile and flexural strength to optimize the specimens, which percentage giving a more strength. From that, while doing tensile test according to ASTM D3039, we got 40% of fiber weight content gives the better performance in both pineapple fiber reinforced composites and banana fiber reinforced composites. But in a hybrid condition, 50% of fiber weight content gives better performance. These are the results which we got from tensile and flexural results. Then we have done optimization. So optimization we have done for 40% for banana
Guna,
and
1
pineapple and
minute
50%.
1 minute more. Okay.
Yes, sir. We have done for TG. We have done TGA tests, sir. In that we got that major weight loss for the composite occurs at the range of 250 to 390 degrees centigrade, sir. Then we have done FTIR tests. FTIR testing gives the chemical bonding between the fiber and the matrix, sir. We have done that also. Next, we have done X-ray diffraction. So, X-ray diffraction used to determine the crystallography structure of the specimen. So, in this testing, we got the result as there is no change in crystallinity index for both the fiber weight contents. Then we have done dynamic mechanical analysis, sir, DMA tests in Annamalai University, Chidambaram, sir. We have got results for that also. In this testing, hybrid fiber content gives better performance comparing to pineapple and banana, sir. Then we have done FESM tests. So FESM is used to analyze the morphological structure of the composites, sir. We have done that also. From these tests we can be able to identify that that presence of cellulose in the laminated specimen, sir. These are the results
Thank
what
you.
we got.
Thank you, participants. Thank you, James, and thank you, Guna. So your time is over. So now it's open for participants and judges. Judges and participants, if you want to ask any questions, please unmute and you can ask the questions. James Bose, you can stop presenting. Okay.
No question.
Stop. Yeah, you can stop sharing. Yeah. So Asnafi, any questions? Asnafi, is any question is there?
No question.
Yeah. Okay. So Bose, James Bose, my personal question. Okay. So how much efficiency you got for this fibers?
So efficiency means I can't
So
understand.
compare with the old one, how much efficiency for example, what like in which way your fibers are better than the old conventional ones?
Actually, in olden days, people used to glass fibers, carbon fibers like that, sir. But
Yeah.
while using glass fibers and carbon fibers, it will cost some efficiency, you know. So means it will not degrade. But while going to natural fibers, it is semi-biodegradable, sir.
Yeah,
So it will not create any harmful
if
to.
you go for the strength purpose, all over the world, most of the supercars or hypercars or any vehicles nowadays we are using only carbon fibers. We are
Yeah,
not
sir.
going for natural fibers, right? Because it is more
Yeah.
like strength than the natural fibers. So
Yeah.
is there why particularly we have to go for the natural fiber? Is there any reason?
Sir, while doing chemical treatment or else while doing needle punch, it will give some strength, sir.
No, what my question is that is it Your natural fiber is better than the carbon fibers?
Sir, no, sir. We haven't compared that, sir. We have compared in between
Okay, that's fine.
natural fibers only, sir.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Suman.
Okay.
So the next presenter, Suman, are
Thank
you
you.
ready? Yeah, thank you. Thank you, boss. Suman,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
is
Yes,
your
sir.
batch ready?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So please don't waste the time. If you're just making again a delay means you will be disqualified. Okay. So you can
Okay,
proceed
sir.
now. Your time
Sir, there.
starts now. Please share your screen.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
So judges, the paper ID is 033. Now the presenter, the paper ID is it will be followed by posting. Suman, are you there?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
After your paper, paper number 045, Bhuvaneshwari, please be ready. Suman, your time starts now. Suman, are you ready? Are you there?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. He is doing, sir.
Your time starts already, okay?
Yes,
Please
sir.
make it fast. And after Bhuvaneshwari, paper ID 035, Vaishnavi, please be ready. Yeah, Suman, your screen is visible. You can proceed.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
If possible, you can make your screen rotational mode so it will be very clear. Yeah, thank you. You can proceed. Your time starts already starts.
Thank you, sir. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to my presentation. My topic is renewable energy, and the paper ID is Tech 033, and my members are Vishal Kumar and Padman Kumar. Now we are going to presenting the PPT. Now our topic is renewable energy. So the renewable energy, it mainly contains introduction, methodology, conclusion, reference, and time. Now introduction. Renewable energy is the energy produced from the source that don't deplete or can be replenished by over time. The most common examples include wind, solar energy, thermal, biomass, and hydropower. Now we are just explaining the percentage of the renewable energy usage in the worldwide. About 16% of global final energy consumption comes from renewable sources, with 10% of all energy from traditional biomass, mainly used for heating, and 34% from hydroelectricity. And the new renewable example, a small hydro, modern biomass, wind, solar, geothermal, and biofuels, accounted for another 3% and are growing very rapidly. The share of renewable in electricity generation is around 19, and with 16 of electricity coming from hydroelectricity and 3% from new renewable. The world's largest geothermal power installation is the geysers in California with a rated capacity of 750 megawatt. Brazil has one of the largest renewable energy programs in the world, involving production of ethanol fuel from sugarcane. And ethanol now provides 18% of the country's automotive fuels. Ethanol fuel is now widely available in the US. Now the first is hydro methodology. So renewable energy production from one source such as wind and solar. In other words, we can also say that in this process we use natural resources as a fossil fuels. Now, as we know that the natural sources are going to deplete in coming years, so we are just using the natural resources as a fossil fuels. In this, we use wind and solar is more viable and more geographical spread than the technology based on fossil fuels and nuclear. While integrating it into the wind energy system is feasible, it does lead to some additional challenges such as production volatility and decreased system inertia. Implementation of energy storage using a wide variety of renewable energy technology and implementation a smart grid in which energy is automatic used at the moment it is used. It is produced and reduce risks and cost of renewable energy implementation. Sector coupling of the power generation sector with the other sectors may increase. For example, in transport sector can be coupled charge electrical vehicles. Now we are in this year in this age we are using the electrical vehicles and also electricity from vehicles from the grid. And the next is the mainstream of renewable energy, hydropower. As the name suggests, hydropower. We use the water for producing the power. In this, we use the dam. In them, we just reserve the water, and in the dam, the reserve water has the potential energy. After that, we make a pipe like a structure in which we follow the running water, and it passes through the pipe, and in which it falls on the turbine. And in this process, we just convert potential energy into kinetic energy. And after turbine rotates, the turbine converts kinetic energy into mechanical energy. And by using generator, we use the mechanical energy into electrical energy. By this process, we use the water to produce electricity. In the worldwide is produced, this hydropower is produced in 150 countries. In the Asia Pacific region, generating 32% of global hydropower in 2010. Of the top 50 countries by percentage of electricity generated from renewables, 46 are primary hydroelectricity. There are now 3 hydroelectricity stations larger than 10 gigawatts. The 3 Gox dams in China, Ethiopia dams across the Brazil, and Giru dams in Venezuela. Much hydropower is flexible, thus complementing wind and solar energy. Wave power, which captures the energy of ocean, surface wave, and tidal power, converting the energy of tides, are 2 forms of hydropower with future potential. However, they are not yet widely employed commercially. A demonstration project operated by the Ocean Renewable Power Company on the coast of Maine and connected to the grid harnessed tidal power from the Bay of Funding and the location of the world's highest tidal flow. Ocean thermal energy conservation, which uses the temperature difference between cooler deep and warmer surfaces waters, currently has no economical feasibility. And the next is wind energy. Wind energy is mainly used in the area located on the mountainous region and in the near the coast, means sea. In this, we use the wind with high velocity to convert the energy, you can say mechanical energy into electrical energy. In the wind farm captures the energy of wind flow by using the turbines and converting it electricity. Wind generated electricity met nearly 40% of global electricity demands in 2015 with nearly 63 GW of new wind power capacity installed. Wind energy is the leading source of new capacity in Europe, the US and Canada, and the second largest is China. Denmark wind energy met more than 40% of its electricity demand, while Ireland, Portugal, and Spain each met nearly 20%. Globally, the long-term technical potential of wind energy is believed to be 5 times total current global energy production or 40 times current electricity demand, assuming all practical barriers needed to be overcome. This would require wind turbines to be installed over large scale area, particularly area of higher wind resources such as offshore wind, as we have said initial that it is used in the mountainous region and in the area where is the sea in near. And the next is our solar energy. In this solar energy, we use the sunlight as the primary source for converting the secondary source, means we use the energy. In this, we use the solar panel, or can we say that solar plate for
Suman,
converting this
1
to.
minute more.
Yes, sir.
1
Okay,
minute
sir. In
remaining.
this,
Okay.
okay, sir. This mainly works on the just diode, in which there is a two means electron, just gain electron and just complete circuit. And next topic is our biogas, bioenergy. It is in the bioenergy we use the domestic just wastage, we converts the fossil fuels, such as in this the main compositions are methane, carbon dioxide, mainly methane, which is used as a fossil fuels. And next is our geothermals. Geothermals is mainly in this we use the heat from the source. As name suggests, geo means earth, thermals means heat. In this we use that as we know the earth surface has 3 layer. First is core, mental, and
Suman, thank you for your
yes, sir.
presentation. Thank you for your presentation. So now it's open for our participants and
Thank you.
judges.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, no issues. So judges or participants, if you want to ask any questions, please unmute yourself and you can ask the questions. Suman, you can stop sharing your screen. Yeah, judges, you can ask. Yeah, you can ask. Yeah. Argi Derga, please unmute yourself and you can ask the question.
Okay, thank you.
If you are in same hall with the judges, please go outside, okay? Because echo will be there if the two systems are nearby.
Okay, sir. So before you are the group members explained those power sources. So among those
Yes,
power
sir.
source,
Yes, sir.
power generating system, which one is the best power generating system, and why not others generate more power?
Sir, in case of say in case of capital or money expenditure, we use biogas. In this, there is a less expenditure needed. But if we talk about the power, there is not that much power produced. So if we want to see both in case of power and capital, we use the solar energy, sir, or geothermal energy. Both are just geothermal is that good. He gives that much of energy also, and there is a need of less capital or say expenditures.
Yeah, okay. Suman, thank you for
Yes,
your
sir.
answer. So now, Bhuvaneshwari.
Sir. Good evening, sir.
Yeah, good evening. So
Sir, can it, sir,
yeah, you can share
in
your
that
screen.
WhatsApp, sir, in that WhatsApp group, they can present that paper ID Tech 42, sir.
So now you
They
want
are
to
sending
present.
message.
So now you
Sir.
want to present 042. Yeah, you can present now.
Yes, sir. Sir,
So
I am Bhuvaneshwari.
your
Hello.
screen is not shared. Please share
Sir,
your screen.
one.
And judges, the paper ID is 042, not 045. The paper ID
Sir, 1
is
minute, sir.
042 and the presenter is Bhuvaneshwari. So you can present now.
Sir,
Your time starts now.
sir, my screen is visible, sir.
Yeah, screen is visible. Judges, please make note of it. Paper ID is 042, not 045.
Sir,
Yeah, you can
this is
proceed.
Bhuvaneshwari. Sir, this is Bhuvaneshwari, first year MTech from Jaya Engineering College, Chennai. My topic is study on hemp woven fabric and its different blends having various finishes using beeswax. Introduction: hemp or industrial hemp is a botanical class of mostly grown in countries such as China, Colombia, Romania, and Ethiopia. It is specifically for industrial and medicinal use. Using the blended fabric is preferred here. We choose cotton model bamboo as the other natural fiber to be blended with hemp through weaving. We choose beeswax to study about the dirt-free and water-repellent property, which can be incorporated in the selected blended fabric. Taken from the cells of the beehives, beeswax is being used as a lubricant, first plastic, polish, waterproof agents, wax, costing, cosmetic, and artistic purposes since the prehistory ages. Sourcing: we are sourcing of yarn from Weaving Lab, Himachal Pradesh, and weaved them in Kalyan Export Private Limited, Erode. The type of fabric are 100% hemp, 100% cotton, 100% modal, 100% bamboo, 50-50% hemp, cotton, 50-50% hemp modal, and 50-50% hemp bamboo. These are the sample we are collecting. These are the fabrics we are producing. Then testing. After producing the fabric sample, we are testing the fabrics with physical parameters. Ends per inch, picks per inch, and abrasion resistance, tearing strength, pilling and tensile strength, moisture management. Regarding that, wetting time, spreading speed, absorption rate, wetted radius, accumulative one-way transport index, wicking, overall moisture management, and thermal property. We analyze the result and select one ideal blended fabric for the next process. Dirt-free and water-repellent property analysis. We have incorporated 3 ways to apply beeswax on the fabric. Type 1. The beeswax is purchased in solid form and melted 70 to 80 degrees Celsius using the heating water bath. Then it is applied on the marked area of the surface of the fabric and pressed in the padding machine. Type 2. The butter paper is placed on another fabric and the blended fabric is placed on the paper. Then the fabric is covered with another butter paper. After that, it is ironed with the iron box at a normal fabric heating temperature. Type 3, the blended fabric is placed on a butter paper. The melted beeswax is applied on the fabric using brush. Then we heated the surface with the hair dryer and comb lightly with the brush again to even up the surface. We are taking the water contact angle test also. These are the results. Hemp model, contact angle in degree 84.40. Beeswax palette hemp model 104.43. Beeswax hemp model 105.94 degree. Product development, we are producing the product like after that the fabric will be developed into products like kitchen textile, food wrap, baking wrap, gloves and gardening textile. We started first the fabric is stitched and then coated with beeswax. We started to develop product like food wrap, phone cover and apron with the ideal blended fabric. Then we coated the garment with beeswax using type 2 and type 3 process. The fragrance we added essential oil to. We choose type 2 and type 3 process as our ideal option because it helps us to uniformly spread the beeswax and block the pores between each weave of the fabric. To avoid its smell, we have added a drop of essential oil to the beeswax while melting and applied into the fabric. We used many fixing agents to completely remove the stickiness, but all the fixing agents are not able to remove it. It is because the stickiness is the property that adjacent with the water repellency. So to incorporate the water repellency, the stickiness must be present there. Therefore, we use highly sticky beeswax for the kitchen textile products such as food wrap and baking wrap because the highly sticky wax is natural and non-processed with any chemical. Plus, the food wraps will be used to store the vegetable and fruits on refrigerator, so the stickiness would not be a problem here. The less sticky beeswax is used for other products like gardening apron and phone cover because the products are repeatedly handled by the human being. Due to the sweaty hands, the highly sticky wax will not be an ideal option. Conclusion: as we have mentioned, the yarns have been purchased and developed into fabrics by weaving. The fabrics are tested and analyzed based on the result attained for physical parameter, moisture management and thermal property. By considering the results and the end product to be developed, we found that 50 to 50% hemp model is the ideal blended fabric. It shows adequate repellency towards moisture, near to the lower air permeability, less high abrasion resistance, and tearing strength. Then we coated the fabric with less sticky beeswax and tested for its water contact angle. Since both the waxes shows good results, we came to conclude that beeswaxes will be used based on the usage of the product. After the testing, we stitched the fabric and coated it with beeswax. Hello? Hello? Hello?
Yeah, Bhuvaneshwari, thank you for your presentation.
Okay.
Yeah, so now it's open for participants and judges. Judges, if you want ask any question, please unmute and you can ask. Bhuvaneshwari, please stop sharing your screen.
Okay, sir.
And the next presenter,
Hello.
Vaishnavi, please be ready.
Hello, sir. Sir, it's Bhuvaneshwari.
Yeah, Bhuvaneshwari,
Hello.
just wait. Judges, if you want to ask any questions, please ask the questions. Judges, you want to ask any questions?
No question, doctor.
Yeah, okay. So Bhuvaneshwari, you can stop sharing.
Sir, can I present the previous paper after all the participants, sir?
It's difficult. You missed the chance and the one paper is disqualified. Only one
Okay.
paper you will get certificate for only one paper. One paper is get disqualified. Okay. Thank you for that.
Okay.
So the next presenter, 035 Vaishnavi.
Good evening, sir.
Yeah. Vaishnavi, your paper ID is 035. So now you
Yes,
can
sir.
start sharing your screen and please on your video also.
Okay, sir. Okay.
So all the participants, please on your video before the presentation.
Good
After
evening, everyone.
Vaishnavi,
Sir.
Sri Akshaya, please ready. Your paper ID is 039. Yeah, Vaishnavi, you can start presenting.
Okay, sir. Good evening, everyone present here. Myself, Vaishnavi, Applied Technology first year from Kumaraguru College of Technology. Now start my topic. Sir, my screen is visible.
Yeah, your screen is visible, Vaishnavi. You can start. Your time starts now.
Okay, sir. Okay. My topic is smart textiles in military defense. Introduction, smart textiles or fabrics that have been manufactured with technology built into them to give the wearer more functionality. And the textiles have a wide range of potential uses, including capacity to conduct energy, communicate with other devices, and shield the wearer from environmental dangers and change into other materials. And the textile materials are employed in a variety of sectors, including the military, marine, industrial, and medical and aerospace. Then military is protective textile against rain, snow, wind, fog, lighting, sunlight, and wet, cold, heat, dust, high UV areas, and wind chill. Mainly, military dress is made up of the Nomex, Calver, Colmax, and poly is the high tendency polyester cotton. Then characteristics of military textile fabrics are mainly lightweight and high durability, waterproof, windproof, UV light resistant, and biological and chemical அதுக்கப்புறம் next வந்து explosive ordnance disposal and flame retardant. Then rise of smart clothing in military textiles. So there are mainly in three categories in fall. First was protection against injury and wound detection and health and stress monitoring. Next, sensors usually fall triggering kinetic again agent detection and physiological. Kinetic in the sensors measured like such pressure, acceleration, GPS directions like locations, and sensors directions the injury and generate electricity and offer tactical coordination between the group troops and their common centers. Next, agent detection. It's also the environmental sensors. The sensors are designed to detect the other dangers by measuring this, such as radiations, chemical, virus, and humidity, fungi, and bacteria, temperature, and atmospheric pressure. Next, biological is this group of sensors measure the heart rate, blood pressure. Next, body temperature, prescription rate, sleep and rest quality, muscle engagement, blood oxidation, and then the primarily used to sport injuries, trauma, and stress. Um, next available high altitude clothing for defense. First one is battery operated OT gloves. These have active heating elements, specially for active operating at very high altitudes to protect them in temperature up to minus 30 Celsius, and they heat up automatically when the temperature drops below the 20 Celsius. Next, maintaining the temperature within physiological number. Advanced material like non-woven polyester for insulation and windstopper materials for perception and the cold wind that allows us. Next, battery heater shoes include insoles. The limbs of army personnel employed at high altitudes and extremely cold weather conditions need more protection as they are highly susceptible to vasoconstriction of blood vessels, resulting in the reductions of blood flow. Then the battery heaters loose insoles have been designed in which heat is produced to insoles and keep the feet warm. Next, battery heat jacket is developed by Debel in collaboration with one of the government exporting Bangalore. The use of some concepts like heated gloves comprises heating tabs, temperatures controller, and lightweighting lithium-ion rechargeable batteries. And jacket is made up of the multifunctional layer, and each layer has a defined purpose. Next, flame retardant winter jacket. The flame retardant winter flying jacket is specially designed for the pilots who operates in high altitude conditions. The garment is made from the function fabrics to provide thermal protection, breathability, and water repellency. The air crew can be this garment alone or in a combination with thermal wears, depending on the severity of the climatic condition and their operational requirements. And thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Vaishnavi. So now it's open for
Yes, sir.
participant judges. Yeah, Vaishnavi, you can stop presenting. Yeah.
Yes, sir. Yes.
So judges, if you have any questions, please you can ask for participants.
No more question, doctor. We can go to
Yeah.
the
So
next.
Vaishnavi, thank you for your presentation. But Vaishnavi, you
Thank you,
have to
sir.
know that whenever you present, okay, if you present before the timing also, it won't be good actually. You have to present,
Thank
you
you,
have to
sir.
finish at the perfect time, okay? So it's
Okay,
like
thank
only
you, sir.
use 4 to 5 minutes only you used for the presentation. So
Yes, sir.
please make some more slides, okay? So thank you for your
Yes, sir.
presentation. Now
Thank you, sir.
the presenter paper ID 039 Sri Akshaya. Are you there?
Sir, I'm here, sir.
Yeah. Akshaya, please on your video
Yes, sir.
during the presentation also, and then you can share your screen. After Akshaya, Upaluri Samira, please be ready. Your paper ID is 038. Akshaya, your voice is not audible. You are muted, actually. Please, yeah.
Sir, now am I audible,
Now,
sir?
yeah, it's audible. So you can start sharing your screen and you can present.
Okay, sir. Sir, is my screen visible, sir?
Your screen is visible, yeah.
Good
Yeah,
evening, everyone.
yeah, Akshaya, your time starts now. You can proceed.
Okay, sir. Good evening, everyone. I'm Sri Akshaya. Currently, I'm pursuing my BTech degree at Sona College of Technology, and I'm here to present my ideology on usage of Q-milk fabric as a protective fabrics. Protective textiles. The concern of protective functional textile is not with routine needs, such as clothing for warmth or cold, rainwear, or standard work attire. However, all clothing is protective to some extent. Protective functional textiles are designed with a focus on more complex requirements, such as protection from dangers or risk that could endanger life or harm the person exposed to the risk while they are working near it. So, usage of milk fabric as a protective purpose. For security perspective, fire or flame retardant materials are required in certain locations. In addition to the office furniture and hospitals, other important markets include airlines, railroads, and ships. In this instance, for furnishings, milk fabric can be used in the place of high-level Normex or Keplex fabric because it is readily available, has the flame retardant properties due to the presence of casein proteins, and requires less water. Next, process of milk fabric. Initially, the milk is being dehydrated, and from the dehydrated process, we get the powdered form of milk. From that powdered milk, we get the casein proteins, and then those casein proteins are dissolved in chemicals, and then they are made into a fiber. First, the milk is fermented, then defatted and dehydrated. The casein fiber is extracted and the milk powder is dissolved and purified. Non-casein substances are removed through this process. Powdered casein is dipped in alkali and passed through nozzles to make a solution. The solution is dipped in sulfuric acid to remove the alkali. The fibers are then stretched and spun into milk fiber yarn. It is tanned with aluminum salts and formaldehyde into the usable textile for food-made clothings. Milk. Actually, milk fiber is made with acrylonitrile, so it is still not eco-friendly or sustainable. So Q milk fiber, here is a rescue Q milk fiber. It is a patented process. It is 100% natural, made in Germany. A new process that is more environmental friendly and does not use formaldehyde or any other chemicals has been developed by a German company called Qmilch GmbH. These fabric can be composted at home and will decompose and biodegradable in environment within few months. It is 100% natural, has no plasticizers, solvents or chemical cross-linkers. Next, the processing of eco-friendly Q-milk fabrics. Q-milk is patent, specially designed manufacture process. The part of process includes heating the casein powders at 80 degrees Celsius in a meat grinder, adding natural ingredients like zinc and beeswax. The fibers come out in strips and then spun into the yarns. As it is a patent process, no further details are available on individual steps for making milk cotton yarn. Thus, no formaldehyde is used and certain cost efficiency and minimum CO2 emissions are achieved. It is 100% natural, soft, smooth as silk, and it is skin friendly and meets the requirement of innovative material developments. Next, the benefits of Q milk fiber. It is a short process. It can be easily done and low energy consumption. It does not need much energy to produce milk fiber and low water consumption. No need of much water to produce these fibers and zero waste. It is actually made from the waste milk which cannot be used for the food consumption. The usage of high-level Nomex and Kevlar fabrics in upholstery, hospitals, etc., can be replaced with Q-milk fibers since it is more affordable, has flame retardant qualities because of the casein content, and uses less water. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Sri Akshaya. Thank you for your presentation. So now it's open for participants and the judges. Participants or judges, if you want to ask any questions, please unmute yourself. Yeah.
Okay, sir.
Yeah.
What
Akshaya,
new?
if possible, you can on your video. Yeah.
Okay. Can I?
Yeah, you can ask the question. Yeah.
Okay. What new benefits we can get using these milk fibers than others fiber?
Akshaya, you are muted. Actually, please unmute yourself. Akshaya, you are muted. Please unmute yourself.
There is some problem with the network, sir.
Yeah, now it's clear. Yeah, now you can answer.
Sir, I can't get the question properly, sir.
Ashnaf, can you ask again? Ashnaf,
What benefits we get from this milk fiber than other fibers?
Sir, if actually Nomex and Kevlar have the high flame resistant properties, sir. It can be used in the place where it's highly needed. For furnishings, we don't need that much high level flame resistant properties, sir. It is even cost. It is of also high cost, sir. But milk fabric is affordable and easy process and time saving process too, sir.
Ashnaf, is it okay? Yeah. Thank you, Sri Akshaya. Thank you for your presentation. And the next presenter, the paper ID 038. Upaled Samira. Yeah. Please on your video and you can share your screens.
Sir, is my screen is visible?
Yeah, your screen is visible. If possible, please on your video also.
Sir, like actually, since few weeks, like my camera is not working, so it is under process.
Okay, no, she's only one presenter, right?
Yes, sir.
What is your name?
Uppaluri Samira, sir.
Okay, Upaluri Samira. So now is going to present on the paper ID 038. So Samira, your time starts now. You can start.
Okay, sir. So good evening, everyone. This is Samira Uppaluri from Hyderabad, and my topic is about protective fabrics. Protective fabrics and other textile materials are used to safeguard people and the environment from different natural and industrial hazards: heat, cold, rain, snow, wind, UV radiation and aberration, dust, microorganisms, radioactive radiation, static electricity, and other environmental threats, and all potential. The process of protective fabrics are cotton textiles have porous hydrophilic properties that make them breathable, absorbent, and comfortable to wear. The structure's ability to retain water and oxygen makes it an ideal setting for microbial development. As a result, antimicrobial characteristics must be added into cotton fabric, especially in light of the increased emphasis on health and hygiene. Traditional textiles production technologies such as knitting are used to create protective textiles, weaved, knitted, and non-woven fabrics, as well as specialized process like 3D weaving, knitting, and braiding natural and man-made fibers into special fabrics. We have different applications of textile fabrics. Those are protection from flame and heat, attire protecting from mechanical inputs, protection gear of firefighters, clothing for bad weather, insulating clothing for the cold, protection for chemicals contaminated by radioactive material, garments that prevent electroelastic charges, high visibility safety gear, wearing a projectile profile foot. And another one is gloves that protect from mechanical and thermal risks. And there are many uses related to protective fabrics, and there are a few uses. Those are mechanical risks that including cutting, piercing, gunshot strikes, explosion fragments, and more. Another one is thermal risk, include flames, fire, infrared heat, radiation heat, hot gases, steam, wind, ice, snow, deep water, liquid gases, and cold surfaces. Chemical risks include solvent chemicals such as gasoline, oil, alcohols, acid, salt, and heavy materials. Biological and biochemical risks, germs, viruses, bacterial, and body fluids. Electrical risks include high voltage electricity, lighting, and electrical sparks. Electromagnetic and wave risks include UV laser, invisible light, sunlight, and high intensity light. Aquatic risks include ultrasonic high and low frequency noise and explosive waves, etc. Radioactive risks include X-rays, beta rays, and gamma rays. Industrial risks include welding arcs, saws, and hot melt liquids. So we have different uses related to protective fabrics, and those are very important for our daily usage in every parts of places. And we have properties related to protect fabrics, and those are windproof and snow shielding, thermal insulating, ultraviolet resistant, air permeability, flame retardant, resistance to heat and melting or smoke emission, water repellent, high durability and dimensional stability, low noise production, lightweight and low in bulk, excellence in drape and handle properties. And we have classifications, and those are mechanical protective fabrics, textiles and ballistic protection, radioactive protective textiles for spacesuits, radiation protective textiles, high temperature protective textiles, flame resistant protective textiles, chemical protective textiles, high visibility textiles, ultraviolet protective textiles, breathable fabrics, electro protective textiles, metallized fabrics, protective healthcare garments, biological protective textiles. So right now we have many different textiles which are used in different parts of in different areas, and these textiles are very useful in nowadays. And now we have different fibers, which fibers are used for the in the process of protective textiles. And first fiber is meta armed fiber, is used in racing driver outfits, hot gas filter bags, cargo covers, boat covers, and reinforced firehouses are some examples for the industrial protective equipment. Para armed fiber, racing automobiles, brake shoes, radiator houses, and tire wires, body armor composites with the reinforcements are used in aviation and high-speed watercraft parts. Another one is spandex fiber used in foundation garment, support house, sports, and leisure garments. Tencel fiber used in filtration media for the all industry, medical textiles, and industrial fabric. Inorganic fiber is used in aircraft, automobiles, sporting goods, electrical equipment, and military. And now, and the last few topics are ballistic protection textiles, and this is a textile which is used very widely, and we will see how it is used and what is that. Soldiers, police officers, generals, and security staff typically need ballistic protection. Body and eye protections are included in ballistic protection projectiles with a range of dimensions, diameters, and impact rates. The creation and usage of pyramids like DuPont's Calvo to replace nylon as a ballistic barrier has been the most significant advancement in ballistic field. And this is made by related to 16 layers like filament armed fabric, which is each provide coverage and progressively greater resistance to bullet or fragment penetration. This is extremely high strength fiber that same is used as a tire cord composites, and similar materials is employed in soft body armor. And this is very lightweight, and this is hard, and also this is being replaced with the helmets and the heavy steel armor plate sections such as vehicle and aircraft. And this ballistic protection is actually very mostly used for the police persons and the defense areas, because they are the people who protect from us, from the different nations and other protects. So these people need really protection from the ballistic protection textiles. Another one is ultraviolet protective textiles. Skincare is one of the most conditions brought one of the frequently by the UV exposure. In order to combat dangers, radiation action must be taken. The goal of UV protection apparel, which is now widely used, is to shield the skin from the sun's harmful rays. And the other one is chemical resistant textiles. They are the type of protective clothing that is primarily worn to reduce risk of exposure. Activated carbon was formerly used in this apparel, but three layers have skin since it is placed to protect themselves from harmful chemicals. Workers in chemical sectors in the sort of adapt. And the last one is flame retardant textiles. In a few textiles are like cotton, nylon, other fibers like armed are used to make flame resistant apparel. To slow the rate of flame, this type of textiles incorporates chemical treatments. Any employee who works in a hot environment must wear flame resistant clothing. Healthcare textiles. Medical professionals are frequently come into touch with the blood and other infections, fluids while at work. To shield them from harmful liquid, protective medical textiles apparel is
Sorry,
designed.
Samira, 1 minute more, okay?
Okay, sir. And these clothing items include mask shoes, emergency rooms, and respiratory membranes. And the last one is radiation resistant textiles. And in order to prevent the body from exposed radioactive chemicals, radiation resistance is a type of protective clothing. Professionals wear these kind of fabrics in nuclear power plants. And we have two finishes, protective textile finishes. One first one is UV protective finish. Ultraviolet rays constitute small fraction. It is this UV finish is actually made because due to UV rays on us, we have different damages on skin like cancer and acne and different things. So this finish actually create a protective textiles. And one of the Finnish name is related to this OBA. OBA is this is issue is minimized with the right of OBA selection. Another finishes often don't weaken UVA protection. Using two-step application in if the pH levels of the UV protection
Yeah,
finish.
Samira, thank you for
Yes,
your
sir.
presentation. Time up. So now it's open for participants and audience.
Okay, sir. Okay.
Yeah. So judges and participants, if you want to ask any question, please unmute yourself and you can ask the questions. Yeah, Ashnaf, you can ask.
Okay. Can I ask?
Yeah, you
Yes,
can.
sir.
Yeah, you can ask.
Okay. As mentioned before, different risk and conditions were protected. What do you think about this risk, and which conditions is protected by your product development?
Sir, can you explain the question? Like I didn't get in that language.
So actually, how you can prevent the risk of your product document?
So, sir, like actually we have different textiles which has different properties and classifications. So each textile is used in different ways. So if I want to highlight one of the textile, that is a ballistic protection textile. Actually, this is very useful for our this what for the defense areas, policemen, and all people who works under the army professionals, and people who protect us from different way. So this textile is very useful because actually this textile is used related to guns, like this bullets which can kill a person. Yeah, we can lose a life. So this ballistic textile use is very useful, which actually helps the person for the what should I say? Like a person can get a rebirth if that ballistic protection textile is worn by the person. So that kind of risk can be excluded by this kind of textile.
Yeah, okay. Ashnafi, is it okay?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, okay. Thank you, Upal Sara Samara, right? So thank
It's
you for
a
your
Uppaluri
presentation.
Samira,
Yeah,
sir.
Upalari
Okay,
Samara.
sir.
Sorry for that. So
It's
thank you
okay,
for
sir.
your presentation. The next presenter, paper ID 054, Leela. Samira, please. Yeah, thank you. So paper ID 054, Leela, right? Yeah. If possible, can you on your yeah? If possible, can you on your video, Leela? Yeah, thank you. So now you yeah, it's clear. So you can start presenting.
Good afternoon. This is Nagarita, and today I'm here with teammate team Oscar.
Sorry, Leela, your voice is not that much audible.
Can you audible here?
No, like some echo, some disturbance is there.
1 minute, sir.
If you want, you can off your video, and at the end also you can on your video, if you want.
Now, can you hear me, sir?
Yeah, now it's clear. Now it's clear. You can proceed.
Okay, good afternoon to one and all. This is Nagalila, and today I'm here with my teammate, Team Moshika. We are going to give a presentation on the topic auto turning device to control bed sores by using a sensor attached to the antimicrobial fabric. Now I'm going to hand over the session to the Moshika. Moshika, you can
Yeah.
carry on.
Okay. Yeah, can you hear me, Leela?
Yeah, it's clear. You can proceed.
Yeah. First, let me explain you about the pressure ulcer. Our project is mainly focusing on the pressure ulcer patients because if a person is continuously sitting or lying in a bed for continuous 2 hours or more than 2 hours, the person will undergo pressure ulcers. So, in order to get rid of those pressure ulcers, we have designed an auto turning device to control bed sores, and this eliminates the immobility, which provides a safe and comfort turning of the patients. So for this, we are using a linen fiber coated with hydrogel because the linen has the antimicrobial property in it. And coming to the next slide, we have used here is machine learning system because in this machine learning concept, it is used to decide which side the patient should be turned. So if a patient is continuously sleeping for 2 hours in the right side, he has to turn to the left side for the next 2 hours so that he can be prevented from the pressure ulcers. Leela, components you can explain.
The components which we are going to use in this bed auto turning bed is position monitoring system that will monitor the position of the patient, and then the next ML control system, air compression, 2 section bed, and the next one is the linen hydrogel coated bedding dress. Here is the diagrammatic representation. You can see the sensor attached to the garment, and you can see the position of the person in the computer, and by using the cloud system we are going to control the bed which side the patient should turn on. Next slide, please.
Yeah, coming to the garment specification, the type of the fiber we choose for manufacturing of the garments is linen because linen has the natural cooling effect and it has also the natural antimicrobial property. If the person is lying in a bed,
he will be emitting some kind of oils from their body. So in order to avoid that, we are using the antimicrobial and antiviral property fabric. And I can also say that linen fabric is a natural one because it is obtained from the flax fiber, and it also has the n number of properties like absorbency, anti-allergic, which is most important to the patients, antimicrobial, and non-electrifying character, and it also has the good abrasion resistance also. So after selecting the fiber, we will be coating the fabric with a hydrogel, because in order to get the sweats to be absorbed by the fabric, we are using the hydrogel coating by the microencapsulation method. And the hydrogels also has the some significant properties like mechanical strength, biocompatibility, biodegradability. Again, comes to the sustainable and also the eco-friendly one. And it is also for the biomedical applications. After selecting and sourcing of fabric, we'll be going into the garment manufacturing pattern making, cutting, sewing, and finishing. And this process can be done in any garment industry, like any garment industry, like apparel, dresses, or anything, it can be done.
And now coming to the working of this auto turning device, the patient monitoring sensor will be attached to the linen dress which we are giving to the patient, and the dress will be coated with the hydrogen. As my friend said, that will be consisting of an antimicrobial property, so we are going to use that. And then the sensor will update it in the centralized base. Then it will convert the data to the machine learning system. Then from the machine learning system, the device will get the sensors like which side the patient should turn. Like if the person is continuously staying in the right side, then after 15 to 20 minutes the person will be automatically turned to the other side. For this we are going to use the air compression device, so which will give the mobility to the patient, and hence by the patient body will be in the continuous motion, so we can reduce the bed sores. Next slide. Here we gave the prototype of our model. On the left side, you can see the hydrogel coated linen press, and it is connected to the sensor. That sensor will provide the necessary information for the air compressor bed, and you can see the air compressor device and auto turning devices there. These are the prototype model which are going to use in our auto turning device. Next slide. The costing of the materials which we are using is given there, like a garment, and for position monitoring system, air compression, two suction air bed, and other things which we are going to use is all clear here. Next slide. And coming to the feasibility of the all materials, all the raw materials we are going to use for this auto turning device is readily available in the market, because the hydrogels are mainly used for the biomedical application, so they can be readily available. And the linen fabric, air compression, that and all emerging trends now, so they are readily available in the market. And it covers the patients range from long-term admitting patients. So hereby I'm going to conclude by saying that our product, if a person is using our product, we can continuously control the blood flow by using the auto turning device, and the fabric used can reduce the shear and force which causes the pressure ulcers. So the durability of the garment will be 6 months, and the durability of the sensor will be approximately 1 year. Thank you.
Thank you for your presentation, Leela and Moshika. So, if possible, please stop sharing and you can on your video. So now it's open for participants and judges. You can stop sharing, Moshika. Okay, now judges.
Okay, sir.
Yeah, you can ask the questions.
Okay. How could these sensors link it to the machine learning? And how can pass this signal to the processors?
Sir, can you repeat the question?
Yeah, Leela, how the sensors is linked to the machine learning? That is his question.
Sir, by using the Raspberry Pi software, we are going to connect the sensor which is connected to the garment, and we are going to connect the auto machine learning system to that by using a software.
Can you tell what software?
Raspberry Pi software, sir.
Ashnafi, any other questions? Ashrafi, any other questions?
No question, Doctor. No question.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you, Leela, and thank you, Moshika, for your presentation.
Thank
So
you,
the
sir.
next presenter, paper ID 031, Sri Rama. Are you there?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Sri Rama, please on your video and you can share your screen. No, first please stop sharing and on your video, and then you can start sharing. Yeah.
Sir, am I visible, sir?
Yeah, you're visible. So you can share your screen.
Okay, sir.
And the final presenter, Prajyot, please be ready. You are the next presenter.
Sir, is my screen visible, sir?
Yeah, your screen is visible. You can start proceeding. Your time starts now. Okay.
Yes, sir. Good afternoon, all. I am Sri Rama from Sona College of Technology from Salem, and I'm going to present my topic on protective fabrics. Protective clothing is now a major part of textile classified under technical textiles. Protective clothing are part of technical textiles that are used principally for their performance or functional characteristics rather than their aesthetic and decorative characteristics. Protective textiles are the fastest growing area of textile consumption in the world. Need of protective textiles. As the name suggests, protective clothing and other textile materials are used to protect human beings or atmospherics from various natural and industrial hazards. Some of the possible environmental hazards are heat, cold, rain, snow, wind, ultraviolet radiation, static electricity, etc. Some prominent human or industrial hazards are fire, flash, industrial chemicals, cuttings or slashing by sharp objects, etc. We need optimum safety of all these hazards when we are in the vicinity of one or more of them. Thus, the need of protective textile is there to safeguard us. Protective fabrics can be divided into various categories like clothing against heat and flame, clothing against mechanical impacts, firemen's protective clothing, clothing against cloth, clothing against foul weather like moisture wind, clothing against chemical substance, clothing against radioactive contamination. I took clothing against heat and flame. This term means the fabric provides thermal insulation. Heat resistance fabric offers some protection against extreme temperatures and flames. Flame resistant fabrics are those specifically made with natural non-flammable fibers, for example polyester, to help prevent the spread of fire. These fibers are not produced with 100% flame resistant materials, so they can burn but will do so slowly and possible self-extinguish. Fibers used for high temperature protective textiles are aramid, PAN or carbon, glass, melamine, PBI, phenolic, polyacrylate, PTFE, polyamide. I took glass fiber for a reason because it has enough strength to withstand the heat provided by the silencer. Glass fiber is a material consisting of numerous extremely fine fibers of glass that resist heat up to 550 degrees Celsius at continuous working temperature. The glass fiber may be randomly arranged, but it is commonly woven into a mat. The use of these fibers in textile is a recent adaptation. So glass fibers can be absolutely suitable for wrapping a silencer of vehicles, which will reduce the contact with the human and animals. Hence, it reduces the effect of getting silencer to burn wounds in both human and domestic animals. So these are the images of glass fiber and glass fabric. The main advantages of glass fabric is it is a lightweight one, contains of long span, a high radio of strength to weight, high melting point, easily installed, can be cut or patched, non-corrosive and rot resistance,
and it is it is electrically non-conductive, and it is much cheaper. And the disadvantage of this glass fiber is it contains poor ventilation and ultraviolet sensitive unless surface is coated with gel coat. Conclusion: glass fiber are roughly comparable mechanical properties to other fibers such as carbon fiber. It is much cheaper and significantly less brittle when used in composites. It is twice as strong as steel wire. So glass fiber is very much suitable for wrapping a silencer of the vehicle. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Sri Rama. Paper ID 026 for your presentation. Now you can stop sharing. So now it's open for our participants and audience and judges. So judges, if you have any questions, please unmute yourself and you can ask the question. Prajyot, please be ready. You are the final presenter of the session.
Yes. Hello, sir. Am I audible? Hello.
Yeah, you're audible, Prajyot. Please wait. After the question and answer, question and answer session, you can begin.
Okay, sir. Just checking the mic. Okay.
Yeah. So, Asnafi, any questions?
No question, doctor. We can go to the next.
Yeah. Sriram, actually, did you do any? Did you done any practical work, or is like only the concept node?
Sir, actually,
because it's like what we feel is that it's like a theory. Okay. Did you do any? Did you done any practical in this?
No, sir, not it, sir.
Okay. Okay, Srirama. Thank you. So now the final presenter of this session, Prajyot. Paper ID 026 and we are on perfect time. Now the time is 5:20. I think in India, I think the time also, as per the schedule, we are going, right? I think in India, the time is now like going to, I think we are before like 10 minutes. Okay, we are on time. So now, Prajyot, you are the final participant.
Am I audible, sir?
Yeah, you're audible. But some echo is there.
The echo. No one is there, sir. Yeah.
No. Actually, you are using some two systems. Please off one of the systems.
No, sir. I'm using from one piece mobile only.
No, but some noise is there from your side.
So don't have any idea.
No, I think you can. Please remove your mic, I think so.
Okay, sir. Just a minute.
From your side, the disturbance is there, yeah.
Yes, sir.
Prajyot, now also the disturbance is more from your side. Are you outside your Prajyot or?
Sir, I'm in the train.
Yeah, now. Okay, now you can proceed, yeah.
Yeah. It was my train visible, sir.
Yeah, the light is visible, but from your side, some noise is there actually.
Silent here, actually.
Because of that, okay, some noise is disturbing us. What you are telling, we are not unable to hear you.
Okay, is it okay now?
Okay, you can present, no issues, you can present. Okay, Prajyot, you can present now, no issues. Judges, please make note of it. His paper ID is 026, Prajyot, and he is the final presenter.
Yes, sir. Am I audible now?
Yeah, now it's clear, you can proceed.
Okay. So now today, good evening everyone. Today I would like to present the paper Serving Medicines
by MadeBot. I am the author, Rajat Palimkar, the student of Robotics Engineering Department from the New York University. So, proceeding to the introduction. As we all know, medicines are very important to cure
Prajit, your
from any
slides are
medicine.
not changing.
Pardon?
Your slides are not changing.
Sir, is the introduction slide not visible?
Yeah, yeah. Only the first slide is visible.
Uh, so I guess this is the first slide and this is the second slide.
No, no, no. Your slides are not changing actually.
So what can you see now?
Now we are seeing a the first slide, serving medicines by Med Robot.
Okay, sir. I will stop sharing and share it again.
Yeah. Please make it very fast, Prajot.
Is it visible, sir?
Visible? Now introduction is visible. You can proceed.
Sir, is previous slide visible now?
Yeah, it's visible. Yeah.
Okay, okay. Uh, Introduction. As we all know that medicines are very important for the patient to cure from disease or illness. Like we all know medicines are playing the vital role in our human bodies. Serving medicine depends on various factors like time and the quantity of the medicine. Like in any another field, medicines are very important and it is serving them is a high priority task. There are many doctors and nurses whose job is to serve medicines to a patient at proper timing. Like there are many doctors which they are given the task to give the medicine to the patient at proper timings and proper number of terms. But to overcome this thing, I developed my MedBot which can serve the medicine to the patient from time to time. So coming to the challenges while medicine serving. Like serving medicines at proper time is really very difficult, and that finding the medicines is also very difficult. In this COVID-19 pandemic situation, hospitals were so busy that it might be a revolutionary step if one could serve medicine to a patient at a proper time. As we all know that if the medicines are not taken at proper timing, many complications could be occurring, which can end up in serious health problems. So intake of these medicines is critical to cut back the consequences. From this, I to develop a MedBot. MedBot stands for medical robot. With the help of robotics, we can serve the medicines to the patient at the proper time. Various robotics concepts are used to develop such kind of MedBot. A proposed MedBot is effective for contactless serving medicines to patient at proper time. These different types of algorithms and IoT concepts have been used to develop this MedBot. Now I would like to show the methodology. Like first I made the MedBot using some changes and hardware devices. In my later slide, I will show you hardware requirements I had used. After that, I had done the coding to this microcontroller and trained this MedBot in real environment like path finding and how if it interacts with the obstacle, how it can deal with them. And the other task was to feed the medicine, like to put the medicines in the tray in this MedBot. And the last task was to test this in a real environment. This is the list of the hardware requirements which I had used, which was chassis, sensors, microcontroller, jumper wires, wheels, medicine tray with the locks, and power supply. This is the working flow. First of all, nurse put the medicines in the tray. After that, the medbot is stayed in the room only until and unless a patient calls it from its ward. Once a patient calls, a medbot finds its own way by some path planning and motion planning. After that, it enters the patient's wardroom. Once it enters the patient wardroom, patient opens the drawer with proper security and take the medicines out. After taking the medicines out, this drawer automatically closes and it moves to the another patient. This is the proposed models which I tried on, like visibility graph, Voronoi diagram, tangent graph, line follower. Visibility graph is the path following algorithm, motion planning algorithm, to find the path for the particular destination. Other was this Voronoi diagram, tangent graph. Tangent graph moves with the tangent to the objects. And the other last algorithm which I tried was line follower. Line follower was to follow some line and go find its own path. So at last, I would like to conclude my presentation. Like, various algorithms were used while making this web bot, but developing the bot, we found that line follower is having the less complexity as compared to other algorithms. Medbot was able to serve the medicines to the patient with proper security. This Medbot was incredibly useful for very patient, as it was able to save the time of nurses as well as doctors, so they can attend the other patients by the time. I hope this Medbot could help many patients at last. At last, I would like to conclude my paper presentation with a slide. Thank you. I am available for question answer.
Yeah. Thank you, Prajyot. So now it's open to our participants, audience and the judges. Prajyot, if possible, you can on your video. So judges?
Yes, sir.
No, judges, you can ask the questions now.
No question, sir.
Okay, Prajyot, is that this topic you done any practical work?
No, sir. I am actually doing this currently. Like, it is in the research work. Like, the hardware implementation has been done. So the motion planning thing is trying to do.
Yeah. So okay,
Yeah,
I think
but when we tried, I found that line follower was the best. So I am proceeding with that algorithm.
yeah, okay. So any other participants? So if there is no other question, thank you, Prajyot, for your presentation.
Okay, sir. Thanks.
Yeah. So with this, we will conclude our session, and we are very happy because we are on time. As per our schedule, we are like before 10 minutes. I think we finished our session perfectly. So thank you for all the participants and judges. You want to tell anything, judges, to the participants?
Okay, doctor. I would like thanks to all of the participants, and finally, I would like to say good luck for everyone. Okay, thank you.
Yeah, thank you, and thank you to Yendachu, okay, who's supporting us in online segment, because without him, it's very difficult. And from the morning till now, it's all the things are recorded session. So the link will be sent to all the participants, and even participants, the certificates you will get within 3 days. Okay, so thank you to one and all, and thank you to Techno team for organizing such a wonderful event, because this is the first kind of event in Ethiopia, in which the students is organizing the international level paper presentation competition, and this is the first in Ethiopia. No other college till now, the students club has conducted the international level event, and I'm very proud of you, Wollo University KOT Techno team members, because you are the first guys to start the international level paper presentation competition for the students, because many participants from Iraq, Nigeria, India, even from Pakistan, okay, they submitted their papers. So I'm very proud of you guys. So please keep it up in future also. Please conduct this type of events. So thank you once again.
Okay, thank you, doctor. Thank
And
you.
I want to thank Mohammed, president of our Techno Club. Thank you for him, and Abhinath also, and all the organizers. I don't want to mention the names. Okay, I want to thank all the organizers, because now you can tell that you are proud actually, because you are the first in Ethiopia to conduct this international level competition. Thank you for
Thank
that.
you. Thank you. Thank
Yeah.
you.
So participants, you can leave the session now.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, thank you, Prajyot. So Harini, all the participants, Harini, Bose, Mohammed, Anur, Rakesh, Sam, Prajyot, you can leave the session.
Okay.
Thank you, Rakesh sir. So participants, you can leave the session now.
Okay, thank you very much, our teacher. Thank you. I very appreciate you. Thank you. Thank you very much.
No, exactly. Because I'm afraid of the timing only, because if we add like for example in one batch, okay, if they exceed the even 1 minute, okay, our event will be delayed. So we finished our event perfectly on time.
Okay, thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you. And that you? Participants, you can leave the session. And that you? Are you there? And that you?